What did he do, girl?
The whole point is I'm trying to stream with you. I'm gonna start streaming. Okay. I'll be super silent. I won't say a word.
That's
Oh
funny.
my god. I'm not ready yet. But it's going. It's listeners to us. Wow. If only English was a language.
No bit of a difference.
The worst part about that was I was trying to take my inhaler, and right when I inhaled my inhaler, you said that, and I laughed so hard I had to retake it.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it's hard being funny.
Yeah, too bad you don't do it very
That's why I said it's hard being funny. Okay, I need to do yap yap test once I cease.
Yeah, too bad you don't. No, I got that on. You got that on stream. That's so funny. It's like
I
a
told you
10-second
it's
delay.
before the stream, yeah. Okay, my audio is fine. Yeah, but yeah.
This
What's up, gamers?
is so funny, bro. What the fuck?
You're like so funny. We're gonna do some freaking arts today. Welcome to our podcast. This is Green Beans. She goes by Bean or Greens.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My contact. Sniffle.
I know my nose is so stuffy for some reason.
Do you have a penis on your shirt?
No.
Oh, that's just a hand. I was very concerned because I
Yeah.
looked up and it
No,
was
it
a
was
pointing finger. That was crazy.
yeah.
I was so.
You're right. Sorry. I would never.
I know, on the stream, right when I take the before stream.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure to like and
Welcome
subscribe.
back to my channel. I don't know what I want to draw.
I know, now that I'm here, I love that we were hyping it up.
Oh
No.
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 I looked at my thing and I was like, damn, it's already drawn.
Ready? Ready? And
Oh,
yeah!
that was freaking
A
loud in my
fresh,
head.
fresh, crisp Alani.
Fresh Crips. This is not sponsored by Alani, but
This is not sponsored by Alani.
but you
Hit
hear
me up,
that?
Alani.
It's the sound of energy drinks being consumed. So you can hear us, yeah, 24/7. Okay.
Off-brand, not branded, unsaid energy drinks.
I have things I want to practice in my Pinterest, but oh, that webtoon I sent you too. They're like chapter cards are so cute. They're like right up your alley.
Oh, I'm gonna look. I don't even know. So I haven't even checked my webtoon in such a long time. Let's see. Oh, I don't even have it downloaded. When did that happen?
Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna steal this lady. I'm just gonna work on that little page.
lady.
Steal that lady. I love her boots. They're never gonna leave. I actually, when I was drawing this, thought about not giving her the boots. And I was like, what am I thinking? That's crazy.
The boots are such a
Perfect. That's what I
staple.
wanted. They are, but sometimes they like make me remember things. I don't know. Sometimes I want to give her like a different design, but I'm like, that's what she was built off of. I can't just like take her whole life away because I'm being salty, you know?
Yeah, it's been like what, 7 years, 6 years?
I think so, yeah.
She's had them since
Well, and then
My Hero.
that's the one thing I brought over from My Hero, so I'm like, I can't get rid of it, you know?
I feel like I should do an illustration and not try to do a comic because I feel like I'm burning myself out on trying to practice comics.
That's valid. Couldn't be me.
Let's see.
See, like,
What
this
can?
already makes me happy. Just like a full character design and then a little thing, and then I could put like little words, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I get a head. Where's a head?
Coconut tea.
You did what in your good?
You did what? You did what in your cocoa?
You did what? You know what I'm gonna fucking do is. What is
I
this?
need to grab a blanket. I'm right next to my vent and it's freezing.
Wheezings. I'm gonna put on this for free real estate YouTube music because I'm going insane with the non
That's a good idea.
background of our non yappings. I usually always keep it in the little broadcast description. Yummy. I love smoker's cough. Yum, yum, yum.
First cough. Okay, that is absolutely getting over a
I
terrible
know.
infection. But it is also a smoker's cough, so it's like just right.
But it's also drizzled in with.
with just a slight sprinkle.
So
That
funny.
reminds me, I need to get a new one because mine is burnt to hell.
Is she just stuck on Yam? Okay, maybe I get rid of my little Fuji girl. No, she's not. Are you watching the stream at all? Her little face gets stuck
like,
sometimes. It's so funny.
It's like 20-second delay, so
Yeah.
but I do see it going back and forth.
Okay. Maybe I'll add
Did you
it
draw
after.
that?
Do I what? No, Baggy did. The Baghead Studios drew my Fugies.
Yeah, shout out Baghead Studios.
Shout out to the Baghead Studios for drawing my silly little yap yaps. He drew one for our little group that we were gonna start gaming. So Dirk has one, Scarlett has one, Alan has one, Toby has one. They're really cute, but they're random. So like since they don't have like OCs pretty much, he just drew like however he saw them. So Dirk has like a little angry cloud guy that like shoots lightning bolts. It's kind of cute. And then Toby has like a honeybee. Scarlett has like this really cute, you know those K-dramas where they're like RPG gamers and they have their little characters and they're like have fox ears and tails and they like have their sword and stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about? Not K-dramas, but like just in general, like sometimes in K-dramas if they'll do like a gaming show or like in webtoons or something, they'll like be like, oh, these online gamers like met in real life or blah blah blah, and then they always have their little like personas in their games. He kind of did one of those for Scarlett and it was really cute. So it's kind of like a Scarlet Wolf because that's her name. And then she has this cute little armor and the sword and stuff. Actually, I think I have the files for all of them. I could be lying though. Let me see.
I want to see that.
Yeah, they're pretty cute. Oh, I do. Okay. Is this gonna go up here? It's labeled Anders dumbass. That's funny. Okay, so that's Dirk's. It's kind of funny because the Thunderbolt looks like a penis to me, but whatever. I know when it comes on the stream. This is Baggies. Oh, okay. Sorry, this is just how it's gonna work.
I forgot about the 20-second delay.
Yeah. There's a couple. I'm not gonna show every single one. I know. This one's Toby's. The honeybee.
Oh, Baggies is also really cute. I love his bag.
No, I do too, and I love the little bunny ears he added. That's mine.
I need to redraw my
This is Scarlett's.
Oh.
This one's my favorite. I love Scarlett so much. It's cute. Mine's super cute. I love my Sona so much, so it was so like it makes me happy to see her draw and like be able to yap. Dirk's so funny. That's not all of them. He did a good couple, but I'm not gonna show them.
They're so cute.
But yeah, it makes me want to like not redraw it, but like draw another one for her, if that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
I love the style he did her in. So it'd be nice like if I did like a little cheapie, I guess, of her. Also.
A cheapie or a chibi?
Chibi. Chibi, chibi, chibi. Chibi, chibi,
I'm partially
Japanese.
deaf over here.
Huh?
I said I'm partially deaf over here.
That's okay, I don't speak English. That was so
Yeah.
great. Thank you. I've really appreciated that addition.
Yeah, no, of course. That one was just for you, actually, personally.
That totally didn't make me want to throw up.
No, if you didn't want me to do that for you, you should have said that.
You should have said so. There's this really cute style download image that I want to give Tyler. I put it in general. I'm going to. I almost tried to freaking paste an image from my computer to my iPad. Did it?
You know?
I love these like cargo shorts that are like really cringy looking. I want to give Tyler like a style like this. I like the crop top and the gross. I feel like every time I draw Tyler, I draw her with things that I don't like, but I'm like, it'd be so cute on her. I hate them so much. The fucking shorts that go to the knees and like past the knees. I'm like, but they're so cute.
So in this comic over here,
yeah,
Rhodey's wearing a sleeveless, like a muscle tee, and I hate it. First of all, I hate muscle tees on just about anybody except for like drummers and bands, like in movies. I'm like, okay, that looks good. But I hate them. I think most of the time they just don't look good. And so I've been drawing it, I'm thinking he would fucking wear it. He would wear it, and I have to draw him in it because he would wear this. He'd be like, arms out, yes.
That's so funny. What is happening?
And I have to sacrifice my likes for my characters, and it makes me very upset.
That is so funny, though. I used to absolutely love muscle tees, and then I like weirdly like had that revelation that you're saying, like not the revelation for you, but just for me, that like why do these look so off? Like there's just something about them that's wrong.
Okay, I have to. Did you? No, because you don't have TikTok, or at least you don't use it.
I do not have the TikToks.
So there's a piece of I would say niche internet drama, and I don't know if it's really niche because it got really popular at some point. So it was like really small, and then a bunch of people know about it. But like, if you ask one half the internet, they don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and the other half they're like, "Holy shit, I can't believe you're bringing up this guy." There's a guy up there. His name is Tyler Catastrophe, and he's been like a huge thing on the internet for months. Like it's like it got really bad. Like he's one of those people who like claim themselves to be a million ethnicities, and then even though they're obviously white. And so there's like a bunch of like drama like wrapping around, and he's selling like beaded artwork that should not be cost as much as he like sets it for. So like he has pieces that obviously don't look like, some of them look really good, but not enough to be like $1,200. You know what I mean? Like he charges like $1,200 for them. Anyways, the whole point of me bringing this up is that he like only wears muscle tees, and it has made me hate them even more. I have realized the people who wear muscle tees the most are sweaty, greasy men. Like and bigger men. Like I'm not trying to insult them by like, you know, calling them. I'm just saying. And I realized that I associate it with this guy from my high school who would only come to school in muscle tees, and he you get like nip slips all the time. Like
Oh, yeah. That just
he's like
brought
running
back
around.
trauma for no
Yeah,
reason. It's not even that,
and
like, serious, but for some reason it, like, that would always get me, like, the ick, like, bad ick. Like, I don't wanna see your nipple randomly, dude. Put that thing away.
yeah, and the thing is, just like where what did I yeah, I think it was high school, yes, I think it was my sophomore year of high school because I hadn't moved yet, so I was still in the little small town over there, but he was like, he was just this guy who just, like, never wore like, he'd always wear shorts in the snow and be like, "It's not that cold." Like, he was, like, very, like, redneck and, like, kind of just, like,
Mm.
an awful person.
Kind
I'm
of an
pretty sure
awful
I'm not
person.
even gonna lie to you, I'm pretty sure he got arrested for, sexual assault. Like, that's
Oh
just,
my
like, the kind of
god.
person
Yeah.
he was this big guy, and he, like, was sweaty and gross all the time, like, you could, like, tell that he almost never washed his hair, and, obviously there was something going on at home, and now I, like, pity him, like, looking back on it, but, like,
Mhm.
that like, gives me, like it gives me the sense of, like, "Oh my god," like, that's the vibe.
Mm.
That's the vibe that Tyler Catastrophe gives me, and that's the vibe that most men wearing muscle tees give me. Because 'cause I'm like,
That's
first
so
of all,
funny.
I don't like the fact that, like, if we're going to the beach or something, fine. If we're, like, out on the hot street, if we're, like, roaming around things, like, I don't
Yeah,
care
it's
too
like
much.
summer wear.
Yeah,
Or
but
like
it's
for that.
just
But yeah, people that wear it like just unironically, like that's
yeah.
just their outfit choice. No, I feel that because like I used to like them and I used to wear them because I played sports, right? It was just a quick, easy, you throw it on, you throw it off. Like if I had to change for a sport, right? But like you said, there's these guys that will just wear them. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, what are you doing? You're just sitting in class. And then it's always the guys that like their hormones are making them overheat, so they sweat. And it's
Yes,
like,
and
okay, now you're stinking up the classroom because you're not wearing a t-shirt or something to like soak up everything you're sweating. So it's just skin.
yeah,
Just skin just rotting in class and it smells so bad.
what was it? And they're always drinking Monster or Mountain
Yeah.
Dew.
Ew.
And they're like and they're
They're
racist.
so
They're always racist.
hyperly specific. It's so true though.
That was a guy in my
This is why
class. Like, he was just like a terrible
stereotype
person. Like I said,
exists.
I'm pretty sure he got arrested for like sexual assault.
Mhm.
There was another guy who always wore muscle tees, and he was this really tall, skinny guy. He got arrested, not arrested. He got his ass beat, I think, because like he was talking to a girl who was like 17 when he was like 20, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, like you need to be on a registry. But he would also always wear muscle tees, and it's something about high schoolers who have just an abnormal amount of hair. Like, I get it, you're growing, you're whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of you, but it just brings back really bad memories. Like, it really
Mm.
does. I'm sitting there and I'm like you look like a 40-year-old man.
Mm.
Like, now I understand why they cast 40-year-old people in like these high school TV shows, because
It
sometimes I
fits.
would walk through my high school and I'm like, you are not 16 years old. That is a grown man right there. That's
Dude,
a
I
whole grown
think
man right
about
there.
that sometimes because like you know when you were a freshman and the seniors just looked like adults and you're like, okay, all those movies make sense, right? But then you become a senior and you're like, why do we look like we're 12? You know?
Yeah.
Like, why do we not match with those? Because, like, everyone was like, I can't wait to be a senior. I can't wait to be these people, right? And then we became seniors and we're like, there's definitely something different in our food, you know? Um, but, like,
You're like
that's how I
diverse
feel sometimes.
discipline.
I'm like, something's, like, different, either in the way, like, people were grown. That sounds like cattle, but, like, or, like, the way that, like, they were brought up, like, just something was way different than it
And I'm
is
not
nowadays. Because like even then, like you go and see quote unquote seniors, and they look like they're freshmen.
yeah. I was thinking about this the other day. And you know me, I try not to be like a huge conspiracy theorist. Like, I try to infer based off information that I have personally witnessed or like researched really hard.
Mhm.
But I personally think it's like in our food. Like, we have so
Yeah.
much processed food, we are not getting the nutrients. Oh, it's not conspiracy theory. This is true, but we're not
Yeah.
the nutrients that we need to grow. So these like high schoolers, and a lot of these high schoolers are being raised by people who are like, I'm a gentle parent, and I don't think that you should be beating your kid or like yelling at them for every inconvenience. They should be safe enough to come and talk to you about things. But like these kids, their parents don't care about them anymore. Like they're not worried about their health or their safety, and they're like, yeah, no, go off with that random stranger you just met, like just as
Yeah,
long as
right? No, I agree.
so, and it also comes with like food. Like a lot of these people don't know how to cook anymore, and they don't know how to serve actual food to their children. Like it always feels like fast, and we're going out to eat, and we're gonna like order DoorDash off of your phone that I got you when you were 12. Like it's just they're not these kids aren't getting the nutrients that they need, and it's showing in them like
Yeah.
our
Well, it's definitely, yeah, like you said. I mean, conspiracy theory or not, like our food has changed so drastically so that we will rely on that stuff, and it's really sad because it's like, even like we talked about earlier, like, okay, if I want to make food, the store that is giving me the food is not lasting, or it's not good food. So what am I gonna do? Rely on DoorDash, or I'm gonna rely on, eating out, because it's better food than it is for me to cook at home, right? But a lot of families are going through that too, and it's really sad and disgusting, because it's like, yeah, okay, you're trying to raise a family, you're trying to raise your kids to be
Yeah, and I'm not gonna judge you
healthy,
for your
right?
kids.
But yeah, no, it's definitely like in the food as well, and the way that you grow your children.
But the thing is when I was a kid, like we were raised on food stamps for a long time, and
Mhm.
I didn't even know this for like the longest time until I think I can't even remember how old I was when we stopped finally. I think it happened when my parents finally got their jobs up there and then in Northeast, but um like, my parents sacrificed so much to make sure that we ate really good home cooked meals. Like,
Mhm.
we actually rarely went out. Like,
Yeah.
it was such a very rare thing. We're coming back from, the airport or, like, today, dad's on a business trip. Let's just go and get McDonald's. Let's just
Mhm.
go and get Chick-fil-A. Or we'd go and visit our grandparents, and our grandparents would be like, "Yeah, I can get you something, everyone." You know what I mean? It was never
Yeah.
consistent. My parents put so much into, like, sacrificing to make sure that we ate good food all the time. And now I don't I just don't feel as healthy. Like I'm trying to eat healthier and trying to do things to make sure that I feel like good about my body, but like eating the food no matter if I'm making it. Like if I'm making it at home and I'm eating something that's good and it's not like it doesn't have a bunch of carbs and it doesn't have a bunch of sugar in it and it's like, chicken and broccoli and some like broth or something, it still I eat it and I still feel gross. You know what I mean? Like I still
Yeah,
feel
no, I feel that.
but like I feel full, but I don't feel like fulfilled. Like I just don't. I still feel like hungry, but like gross at the same time, but
Mhm.
full, and it's such a contradicting feeling, and I hate it
Yeah, cuz
personally.
it's not you're not getting nutrients. You're just eating. You're filling your
Yeah,
stomach.
yeah.
No, I feel
It
that.
just I hate the whole idea of like we can barely afford the food that we actually need to survive. Things that were like grown in our should be able to be grown in our backyards, but we can't because our soils suck because we're not
Yeah.
because it's you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that, and then they're changing also a lot of our foods, like genetically and stuff. So it's like, okay, the things that would give us, like, we're talking about the nutrients, right? They don't do that anymore. Not
Yeah.
fully.
It's just the world is changing.
The world is
The
changing
world is changing.
with Green and Shale.
Goddamn kid. When I was a kid, we go fishing in our own backyard in that tiny little puddle. Now I ain't got no fish nowhere.
Now we ain't got no fish, nowhere to fish. The water is turning the frogs. Oh,
Back in
God.
my day, there were kids wearing muscle shirts all the fucking time.
They were sweating, you would smell it. That's how you knew you were back in our
Oh, that's funny. I have a feeling this one's gonna come and bite us back in the
Oh
ass.
yeah,
Watch. We're gonna
100%.
cancel over on Twitter on this one 10 years later.
Oh no. You mean the Twitter that's not around anymore is now called X, therefore we cannot be canceled on Twitter.
I'm actually trying to draw Reese this time,
Oh,
which is a rare occasion. I never draw Reese.
he still exists?
Yeah. I actually put them on my Tamagotchi islands,
That's
and they're so
funny.
cute. But they cause so much drama. Like
Really?
he is genuinely like he causes so much drama. It's so funny because he has gotten into like 6 fights. All right, and he's like not friends with anybody. And I'm like, you are actually like the shyest person on this island. How are you fighting
That's
everybody?
so funny.
Yeah, and he's living with Giovanni and Giovanni's wife. Oh my god, what did I name her? I named her something. I can't remember what I named her.
Interesting
But
name choice.
yeah. He's like living with them and I'm like, damn, like you can find something, live by yourself. buddy.
Brother Smooch.
Yeah, canonly, he is like 19 in the story, so it
Yeah.
makes sense to live alone. Did I tell you that I made him so I talked about Arashi, right? The whole her being like a drug addict thing.
Mhm.
Okay, so Reese also is, but it like harder drugs. Like the only reason that he is working for I don't know if I'm still calling it Octa, but we're just gonna call it Octa for now.
Mhm.
The only reason he's still working for Octa is because his strain is so powerful. Then they were like, "You're gonna get clean and you're gonna work for us." So this is the only reason that he works for Octa because they're whatever. But he's like this little 19-year-old boy.
Mhm.
Sorry, you're gonna have to listen
You're
to me, Bella.
fine. That's so funny.
Yeah, but as I'm like, I never draw him, but I'm been like writing all their characters in my little notes and stuff, and writing about their personality, and I really just like came to this realization how much I actually love Reese's personality because he doesn't talk at all, like he's mute and
Mhm.
he's not like deaf, but he's partially deaf, so he can't really hear things, so they communicate to him through sign language, right?
Mhm.
And I just kind of like I realized that I don't give any of my other characters so much love, like as much love as I do Arashi, and which sucks because these guys have so much personality. Like the idea of like this little 19-year-old sarcastic mute boy, like replying to you in sarcasm in
Sign language, yeah.
yeah, in sign language is so funny to me. And if you don't know sign language, you don't see like you don't know what he's talking about. And it's like it reminds me of like hearing people speak Spanish like behind people who don't speak Spanish back and just like calling them names or
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, it's a beautiful language," and they're like, "This just calls you
like,
freaking."
in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to imagine him just constantly giving Rhodey shit behind his back when Rhodey's not looking. And Arashi can't speak sign language yet. And in the original story for My Hero, in the one of the first chapter, I can't remember if you read it. In one of the last chapters, before I decided to turn it into an actual story, she was given a book because he was part of their team, and they were like, "You're gonna have to take sign language classes to understand Reese. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
need to do that." We're like, okay. And so the whole time Reese is having a conversation with Rhodey, and he's like like doing his little sign language, and Rhodey's like, "You need to shut up." Like he's like replying and like, "Shut
Mhm.
up." It's funny because it's like she can't understand him. She doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But he to like shut up, like stop talking. And they're like, and Reese is like, she can't understand me, and he's like waving his hands around frantically, but you can tell that they're having an argument. Anyways, the whole point is I realize I put so much personality into my other characters and I don't give them enough love, and it upsets me so much, and I need to get into that because Reese is just I think Reese is my favorite character outside of Ash and Rhodey. Genuinely, like he's so personable and he loves people, and he's like got this little traumatic backstory that isn't hidden from you either in the story. Like they talk about it immediately. Like he's not ashamed of it. He's like, yeah, like obviously I went down a bad road and now I'm here and I'm fine. Like everything's okay. But he's just like this little sarcastic mute boy, and I just think he's cool.
That's
And
so
the only
funny.
reason that he goes by like they, he, like he goes like switches back and forth is because people like he has a lot of his like face covered, but he comes back and like he just looks feminine, and so people started calling him like being like, oh hey girl, like whatever, and like they like
Oh,
started
hey, girl.
referring to him, and so he's like, I don't really care what you call me.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't, like he's just sitting there and he's like, I get it, I look feminine, but also he's mute, so he doesn't, like you don't get to hear his voice, and you don't know he sounds masculine or he sounds feminine.
Yeah.
And
No,
I don't
that's
know.
funny.
I love him, and I think he
That's-
deserves more love.
I agree. Get to freaking drawing.
That's what I'm trying to do.
No, but I feel that same way about boys. Like in my head, I say nothing about boys because I'm like, well, whatever. But you know when you watch an anime and they have a background character and you're like, oh, he's so cool. I wish he spoke more. I wish he had more time. I wish blah 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 blah. Right? And then he gets like one super cool thing and then that's it. That is like literally boys, even in my own story, in my head, and he's like my favorite character. And I like think of like all the interactions and stuff. I'm like, God, he is so funny. He's so cool. And I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do with him? Put him as a background character. Give him like absolutely nothing. Because in my head, like I know his story, I know everything that's happening, right? But I'm like, okay, like it works for my story for him to be like that mysterious, like, okay, we're not going to talk a lot. We're going to be like the moment that you need me, it's like important, right?
Yeah.
But he isn't like this, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he's not the star of the show, but it's not really like, oh, he's not the star, so he doesn't get time. But it's like, that is him being, like, getting his screen time, is being the background character that's like that type of mood, if that makes sense. But
I think that Boys is, I know that he's got like a simple design, but I think Boys is one of my favorite like characters you've ever designed. There's something about like the way that you draw his energy that makes it feel, he feels real. Does that make sense? Like,
no, yeah, right? So that's why I think I like him so much, because it's like, okay, he's such a bland character, but he does feel so real, but he feels like, you know, when they make like a very hyper specific character in animes that they always go to and they're always there and they're always watching or always listening and they're very like human-fied, I guess. Like I don't know how to, like they just know how to appeal to everything, if that makes sense. Like that is Boys, and it makes me like super excited. But like I have to remember that I can't just like use him, if that makes sense. Like I have to write him very specifically to keep that theme going. And it hurts sometimes because I'm like, he's so cool, I just want to give him like all this screen time. I'm like, no, I have to use him properly. It's like using like a secret weapon in like a video game or something.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I love Boys. I think when you first like created him and showed him to like everybody, I was like, oh my god, I know I'm gonna just love this character so much. And I've been here since, not since the beginning of Tyler, but like I have been here pretty freaking close. And I think about it all the time, and I'm always like, I remember when it was just Tyler. Like it was just Tyler, and then like you have evolved past that, and there's so many, like, I don't know, the group that you have for your story, I think is just so well developed. Like you have been doing this for like what? I can't remember how long you've been doing the story for. Like 4 years?
I think this one specifically for 4 years, yeah.
4 years, yeah. But like I've seen it grow past what it was at the beginning is so insane to me. It feels like it was just yesterday. I think about that all the time. And like this feels like like it was yesterday. Like we just started creating this, and now she's got like 5 different characters, and you're like, wow, wait a minute, that was 4 years ago. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I feel that. Yeah, I wanna. Obviously, I need to start actually doing something with them, but like a lot of it lives in the writing, right? But it's been really fun to like put a face to the writing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And now I just want to kind of bring their personality to the art, because I've gotten to a place in my writing where it's like, okay, like I have built these characters as much as I can, and now they're actually interacting how I want them to. Like my Barbies are kissing, you know?
My
Barbies are kissing. So now I'm feeling more comfortable in drawing them, because before it was very like bland and I didn't want to do them wrong, if that makes sense. Because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to do, but that doesn't mean I'm doing it, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. A lot of my character designs were very just like, here's a simple face to put to it. But now I want to actually bring out their personalities a little bit more. And I think Boys, oddly enough, was the one that I struggled with the most, even though he is so bland and straightforward, you know, like we just said. But for some reason, it worked so much better for him than it did for anyone else. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't like what I put him in, but for some reason, every time I drew him, I'm like, yeah, it's Blaze, it's whatever, it works. Like, it just
Yeah.
works. But every time I drew anyone else, I was like, this is wrong. It doesn't feel like right, you know? And like, so drawing that one of Eloise, like, this is starting to feel like Eloise, if that makes sense. I'm like, no matter
Yeah.
what I put her in, it is Eloise, right? Like, maybe it's not
Yeah.
exactly the clothes she would wear. Like, it's definitely a concept, right? But it is starting to feel like how Boys felt like, if that makes sense. So it feels like I'm going like one character at a time and like finding their life or like their soul. Because like Tyler was
Yeah.
Tyler, you know, like we know Tyler. Sometimes I still struggle with even her, even though she's like my main character. But I don't know, like she's always gonna be around, you know, so I can figure it out, I can change it, whatever. But everyone else, I'm like, I just need them to feel like I can do that also. And Boys was always someone that I could just automatically do that with.
Yeah.
And then Eloise was kind of like the next step, but she was a little bit more important, you know, to like get down. So it took me a really long while. I don't know how I'm gonna figure out Anakin. I feel like Anakin's like one of those things, like I just have to accept that he is the way he is. Because like there's genuinely nothing wrong with him. Like the way that I do him, like I was looking at my art today on Instagram and I was gonna archive everything because that's usually what I do, right? Like once a new year hits, I usually archive and then just restart.
Yeah.
But I was looking at it and I was like, you know, my art's really not that bad. Like I finally hit a year where I was like, why? Usually I would do it because I'm like, I don't like it. I want to start fresh. I want to be able to look back and be like, okay, this was this year's, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, this art's not that bad. And Anakin doesn't look bad when I put him in. It doesn't fully fit the story, if that makes sense, like the vibe I'm going for the story. But I was like, there's nothing wrong with him. So I just need to sit on him a little bit more and like
Yeah.
find what I'm hesitating on, because I love him so much. And I know for a fact there's nothing I want to change on him, but there's something that's not him, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. And I think it might just be the style.
I don't know. What is your most recent drawing of Anakin?
Oh gosh. Have I drawn him? Do I draw?
Like, wait, have I drawn him?
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of specifically is on my Instagram, and he's wearing that like kind of aviator jacket and gloves, and he looks so good in it, but it's not him, if that makes sense. So like what I'm doing now is trying to figure out the style of the Neith in my story, right? And like Tyler and Eloise, they're a little bit more easier because they're females, you know, you play around with the fashion a little bit more. I really don't hate the random character design that I did of Boys on my Instagram. It's like it has like 4 pictures and it's just him with like a jacket and like extra accessories, right? Like it just goes down the line. I don't hate it completely. I don't think that's gonna be what it is, but it doesn't make me feel like he's misplaced in the story. Does that make sense? But like Anakin, everything I put him in feels like he's not a part of the universe.
I completely understand what you're saying. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, and like there was this one, oh, I was trying to do, because I really love when animes give them a specific piece of clothing that's like theirs, like their staple, right? So I wanted to play around with the jackets just to be like, okay, if they had a super cool jacket, right? You know how like animes like Cyberpunk or Edge Runners, whatever it is, Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
He has that super cool yellow jacket. Everyone loves it. Everyone wants it, right? And I was like, okay, if I gave each of my characters one of those, what would it be? And I gave Anakin one, and I was like, this would be so cool if he was that character that had the jacket. And it still didn't fit. And I was like, I could give him the coolest things that I could think of, and it still doesn't feel like him. So I'm
I
struggling a lot with him, and it sucks because I love him so much, and I want him to be like that main character. But
I'm not gonna
it's
lie to
so
you.
hard.
You know what he gives me?
Hmm.
Um, did you ever see? You had to. I think we talked about this before. Did you ever see Footloose?
Yeah,
He's giving Kevin Bacon,
I'm
but
kind
like
of feeling that. Yeah.
farmer boy Kevin Bacon. Like this idea of him, like everyone else kind of conforming to whatever societal norms are part of like the below.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of out of it. Like he doesn't dress like the rest of them. I feel like he gives more farmer boy, like wife beaters and
Wife
dirty
beaters.
cargo pants all the time.
Yeah, and
Um,
I know it was kind of the style I was going for initially. Like I really liked that like half mullet, like,
yeah.
the literally what we talked about, the fucking what are they called? The muscle shirts? Gosh, we
Yeah.
literally just had a full conversation about it.
Had this whole
Oh
conversation
my
for
gosh.
this-
Yeah, but like it was supposed to be kind of that type of vibe, and it still didn't work for him. So I really need to figure something out because I feel like he's a jean guy.
Like, you know what? Okay,
He's got jeans
I
in his soul.
I have a specific like vision in my head. I need to see if I can find it. Give me one moment. There is like it's not specifically Kevin Bacon. There is an actor. Let's see, gray wife beater
I'm gonna
outfit.
kill you.
Wife beater. I don't know what else
You
to
know
call
what
them.
your character reminds me of? A wife beater.
Hey, what's your favorite piece of clothing? That red wife beater over there.
Oh god.
Movies. Okay, there is a movie. There's a character, and it's a bad movie.
She's bald.
It's one of those like romance.
Wow, that was disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Okay. So I'm only sending this one because it's Hugh Jackman, and I love Hugh Jackman in a TikTok.
In
but
a
this is
TikTok?
a tank top.
Oh, in a tank top. I was like, you love him in a tank. Oh my god. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I wish I could exist properly sometimes. Like, I wish it didn't hurt to exist.
Oh my god, is this the character? Oh my god, that was
Did you find
so
it?
weird. Couple scrolls down. No, that's not him. That's the guy who plays what's his face. The guy in 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, that one.
It's specifically a gray. Give me a second. I know I can find this.
I believe in you.
I. You know, that's more than my father does, so I really appreciate it. Gray wife beater in movies. Let's see.
Yeah, I usually just call that a dirk.
A Dirk.
A dirk.
Let's see. Character. Okay, maybe we should do characters.
This is gonna sound so stupid, right? Because we're friends, right? And like the
Yeah.
whole point of us enjoying our time together is that we make each other laugh. I love that we sit here and laugh at our own show.
Oh yeah, you know what? And I just
Sounds like we're the funniest people
Do you
ever.
know
We
the
say the
audio?
most basic shit.
Do you know that audio? Or the guy goes, "Why haven't you started a podcast yet?" And he goes, and the other guy goes, "Because I believe that there's something waiting for me in the divide if I don't." But sometimes I think I'm like trying so hard to like actually suggest that we start an art podcast because I know nobody but us would enjoy it. Like we would find it
We
funny
would be in our old age replaying every single episode, cackling as the one viewer of eternity that has ever listened to it.
That is going to absolutely be us. But like I'm sitting here and I'm like I'm trying to avoid like actually suggesting it because I feel like we have so many thoughts and we end up just spiraling. Like
Yeah.
our thoughts can go from marshmallows to fucking the pits of hell in like 3.5 seconds, and we don't even know how it fucking happened.
It just flows with the conversation. It's not our fault.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the Hugh Jackman one, but the character that I'm like looking for
Thought you
is
were
like
doing
and he looks so good in it, but he's like, I think
Me too.
he is too muscly for what I'm. So I feel like Anakin is a sleeper build. Like he,
Yeah. That's what I was going for too.
He's scrawny and gross, and everyone thinks he's gross. And then like he takes off his shirt, and everyone's like, "Damn, oh shit!" Like fuck.
For the reference, this is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. I don't like the tight pants though. That's my only issue. I
agree.
cannot handle tight pants, and they're not even tight on him. It's just they're form fitting. Does that make sense?
Also, yeah, but he's just muscly. He's just muscly, and I think he just fills out pants. Like he's just like Hugh Jackman.
Fill out my pants.
Take off that. Oh,
I had to. I don't even like him in this.
I fucking love Hugh Jackman. Are you kidding me? He's so hot.
Don't
Funny.
mind
Him
him.
and Matthew McConaughey could get it anytime. I don't care.
Ooh, mine's Ryan Gosling, I think.
Yes! Did you watch Project Hail Mary?
Yeah,
Did you watch Project Hail Mary? Oh my god.
I did.
Time. Oh my god.
My thing. Okay, so everyone loves Ryan Gosling. Okay, like that's the point. He's just freaking great. But like, nobody chops him up as like the Ryan Reynolds look. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like this is controversial, but Ryan Reynolds is very basic. He is very basic of a man, but attractive, right? That's the point. That's why everyone loves him. But I don't understand why Ryan Gosling is not the same. He's literally
now he's getting the recognition he deserves. Okay?
Yeah.
Like after Project Hail Mary, I have seen so many edits. There's a scene. Okay, listen.
But he's done so much more that deserves so much of that kind of attention. You know, that's where I'm like kind of getting at, because I'm like, he's done so many great works for him to get that like heartthrob reaction, if that makes sense.
Did you ever see The Fall Guy? I just watched that.
I did. Yeah, it was great.
It was such a good movie. I rented it, and it was so funny. I was actually just talking to my coworker about this yesterday. We were sitting down and we were like sorting through our dish, and I'm telling her about that scene, that split screen scene where she's trying to explain the movie to him and how she wants to use the split screen, and she's like, they're in two different worlds, and she's obviously talking about like their relationship and not the movie.
Yeah,
and it is one of the most comedic moments that I have ever seen Ryan Gosling in, because he's just so funny. Like, he's naturally funny. If you see him on SNL, he can obviously control himself and not laugh during a scene and not do something, but like during SNL he always laughs. But in this scene, you can obviously tell that they both find this conversation funny, but they are keeping such straight faces, and it's making it funnier, and he lands every bit like perfectly. He's just so perfect at it, and I'm cackling the whole time when they're walking through and she's looking at the alien like costumes, and he's like walking through like after he got shot at or something, and or sneaking through the apartment, and she's like, it's just so funny, and he's so good in that scene, and it's so underrated. I agree with you. Nobody gives him the recognition he deserves.
Well, and my thing is too, like, do you ever watch a movie and you know it's that actor, right?
Yeah.
Every time I see a Ryan Gosling movie, I know it's him. But he sells the character so good. Same with Matthew McConaughey. Menominee. Mr. Menominee.
That is Mahogany.
That is Mahogany.
Anyways, continue.
I know it's that actor, right? That's the whole point, okay? It sounds stupid to say out loud, but like, we know it's the actor, right? But they do such a good job that I get so engrossed in the movie and I think it's that character. Does that make sense? And like, that's the whole point of acting, but not a lot of actors can do it, you know? And it's like, okay, so like, I know it's this person, right? But it's the same thing, like, I have a really hard time watching Ryan Reynolds movies because it just feels like him. It's always
He
just
is
him.
the same
But
character every
he does such a good job at Deadpool because Deadpool is him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like he has the same personality. So it works. But it's kind of the same thing for Chris Evans. I couldn't get away from his Captain America for the longest time. Because,
Did
like,
you see him in that movie with I think it was McKenna Grace, where his ex-girlfriend or ex-wife died, and basically his daughter went to go live with him, and she was like a genius or something. He was like a completely I don't know what movie
yeah,
it was
right?
called.
He has these very specific movies that he does just absolutely great in, and I'm like, what the hell is this man? Because, like, there's just so many movies that he plays that I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel like Chris Evans. Does that make sense? But it doesn't
Yeah,
feel like, it just feels like Captain America sometimes.
Gifted is the movie. Yeah,
I don't know if I've fully seen that or not. But then,
I've
like,
seen a lot
in
of.
Gray Man, he did a great job in Gray Man. Like, it's Chris
Yeah,
Evans, but, like, he did a great job.
my only problem with that one was because he felt like the character from Knives Out, like his character from Knives Out. They felt one and the same.
I haven't seen
Like
it.
they were different from one. They were different from what they usually are. Like I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, but they felt like the same character, almost like two very like some kind of like psycho,
Yeah.
like manipulative guy. In Knives Out, that's what he felt like. That's like it felt like he had just a different genre there. But I agree that he was really good in The Gray Man.
No, that kind of makes sense. I think my thing is I really liked when he played in Fantastic Four. I loved the way that he took on Johnny.
Yeah.
And he has a couple movies of having that personality, and I don't think it's just personality. I think it's just a character he pulls out. Like, you know how some actors have like specific characters that they kind of stick to. They're like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like this one that I've played before.
Will
They kinda-
Ferrell.
Yeah.
What's Adam Sandler. I like Adam Sandler movies, so I'm not gonna complain about that one. But
yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I get what you're saying though. Yeah, like that kind of vibe though. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Chris Evans does stuff like that, and it makes it a little bit harder to watch. But there are certain like characters that I really enjoy from him, and that's why I liked him in Gray Man because it kind of felt like Johnny, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like and then he's played a couple romance movies too that have like similar vibes. Like they're obviously not, right? Because it's romance, and usually the romance movies he plays are like sad. Like it's some guy being fucking depressed and like getting a second shot, and I'm like, okay, girl, like fix yourself. But it's always like the same vibe. Like okay, like he has this type of personality, you know?
Did you ever see Snowpiercer, the movie?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay, if you
what happens in it? Maybe.
It's basically end of the world. It's full of snow, and they all live on a train, and it's like rich people in the front,
definitely
people in the back. Okay, watch that movie. He's in it, and he's actually really good in that movie. Like he's like fat in that movie.
You know what great train movie that has the yummiest man possible in it?
I'm scared.
You know what I'm talking about.
Do I?
Bullet Train, the Kick-Ass Man. What is his
Oh,
name?
yeah!
Aaron Johnson Taylor. Oh, woo, woo, woo. So funny. My favorite thing is telling Dirk that he looks like him, and he's like, yeah, but you're not talking about Bullet Train him. You're talking about Kick-Ass him when he's ugly.
Oh my god, he does look like Kick-Ass Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Okay, the thing is, when I told Dirk he looks like the guy from Kick-Ass, that week someone came into his work and told him he looks like the Kick-Ass guy.
Oh my god.
Cackling so hard. But my thing is, if you rewatch the movie, he's very handsome in that movie.
I think Aaron Taylor Johnson is handsome in just about every movie he's been in.
Yeah.
I just watched. What did I just watch? He was in something. Give me a second. Aaron. And also, is it okay if I don't get a lot of views on my story? Can I post that we're going live here? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Not Jack being here for that conversation. Hey, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Only Dirk's childhood friend. No, but he says it all the time. It's so funny, Jack. And he's like, it's funny because he specifically says, you're not talking about the hot version of him, you're talking about the kick-ass. And I'm like, he's still hot and kick-ass. Oh
What
my
movie
God.
was it? I just watched.
He's
I
been
literally
in
just.
really good movies though. Like, if you look at the things he's been in, oh my God. Ever since he starred in Bullet Train, I had no idea how many movies he was in. And I was like, wait, that's him? Because for some reason he has like an unrecognizable face. Does that make sense?
Because he morphs, dude. He's like.
He
I feel like
does.
he's almost like a like getting close to like a Meryl Streep. Like Meryl Streep is fabulous at anything that she
Yeah.
does. But Aaron Taylor Johnson's getting to that point where I know that 28 years later wasn't received very well because people hated that it wasn't about zombies anymore, but I thought he did so well in that movie. Like I love when like actors just become chameleons. Like Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling plays so many good like parts and does so many good things. I was watching Beyond the Trees. I'm still in the middle of watching it, where he's like a performance biker for like a circus, and he ends up having a one night stand and comes back a year later and finds out that she was pregnant and had a baby. And he's like he doesn't even seem like any other character he's ever played. And I just love chameleon like actors so much. And I
Yeah,
feel like
me
Aaron
too.
Taylor is almost there. Like he's just like right at that precipice. It wasn't a movie. I was
was a
watching
big
Brittany
word for Elmo.
Broski's Royal Court, and he was on there. That's what I was remembering. It wasn't a movie. I saw him. She was interviewing him, and I thought that was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I believe everything you just said.
Sorry, my caffeine's catching up to me. Can you tell? I haven't had actual caffeine in like.
No, I'm. Rico Fraggle.
The women rants are entertaining.
You're a
Thank you.
woman.
Give me that was good. Do you see what I mean when I say we go from marshmallows to pits of hell really easily? Because what were we talking about 10 minutes ago?
No, they flow. They have their meanings.
They make sense. That reminds me. Do you know what I just
Thanks for tuning in, Jack. I appreciate your commitment to this.
You know what I just watched recently? Another Cinderella story with Selena Gomez.
Thank God, I love that one.
Yeah, I just watched it, and it's been years since I watched that movie.
Dude,
and
it's so good for no reason. Like,
It
really? No reason.
And I think I realize now because I watched that movie at a really young age. But
can you hold on? I can't see. Hold on. Stop talking for a second, please. Okay, continue.
What was I saying?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I watched that movie at a really young age, and I think that's what started my like big ego complex of having like hair and dark eyes. Or I'm sitting there and I'm like, I am Selena Gomez in a Cinderella story.
Like, yeah, I've got pitch black eyes and dark hair. I could be Cinderella. I'll be your housekeeper. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I think that's just what started like my big ego because
Yeah, but can you dance? Because that's very important in the movie.
No, I can't, but I pretend to. And if you have the confidence for it, nobody cares. I'm being serious. If you're so confident on the dance floor and you're bad at it, people are like, "Damn, that girl dances good," and you're sitting there doing the fucking worm. Okay, like
I believe it, honestly. Do you know there's like this little girl gif, and it's like her just shaking her hips back and forth. I think it's the little blonde girl, and she has like Cheetos, like she looks like the type of girl that would have like the Cheetos around her mouth, and she's just like, she's ratty hair, and she's shaking it. That's how I imagine you.
That's crazy. First of all, I think
That's crazy.
So we're gonna actually change the subject because you hurt my feelings.
You're welcome.
You know what?
You know what? I'll
You're
find the
right.
gift.
You
Don't
know what?
you
I'm
worry.
actually gonna
Don't you worry. To double down, I will find the gift for you. Oh, it's not as bad as I was thinking, so it makes my comment less worse. I was hoping for it to be a little bit more offensive.
So we want to be.
Just
Damn,
kidding.
girl, you can get me.
I'm just kidding, but this is what it reminds me of. It's literally just this little girl, and she's just doing a little toddler dance. I'm pretty sure that's how I dance. I just do the toddler squat, you know?
Where are you sending this?
Oh, I sent it to. I think I accidentally sent it to NA.
Let's
It's
see.
just a GIF.
It probably didn't work on
Just a
mine.
GIF. For those who are wondering what the GIF looks like, that fucking sucks.
Okay, it's not that bad. It's
No,
not that
it's
bad.
not. That's what I was saying. It just came out
Okay,
bad,
so
but you know.
I go to raves very often, okay?
I believe it.
And allegedly there are
Who is
substances involved.
that?
Allegedly there are substances involved, okay? And I dance my ass off. I don't know what goes on, but every time I find a dancing partner, okay? And they always tell me, and they sit there and they're like, wow, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're not great at dancing. You just jump up and down. And I'm like, I know. And
Isn't
they're
that
like,
fun?
Yeah, they're like, you do it with such a confidence, and I can't help but want to dance with you. And I'm like, you know what? That actually makes me feel a lot better. Like, I can just, it's basically just jumping up and down, personally.
Yeah.
I don't do much with my hands. I try to pretend I'm in a movie, so
Wonder.
I feel less embarrassed about it, but it usually doesn't work. But you know, you get a couple shots at me, and we're good to go, baby. Like, you give me 2 or 3 shots of tequila, and I'm on the dance floor. I don't give a fuck what anybody's saying. Okay, I'm gonna sit there and be like, you know what? Right, space. I need at least like a whole circle of like room to like move around. That's pretty much it.
Dude, I cannot get her hair.
Let me see. Where are you looking?
Oh, the one on the left is very fluffy, and the one on the right. It not fluffy. It not have the pokey prods. I'm restarting.
Pokey prods.
I need this lady zoomed in.
I love how she went from like
don't be mean.
Normal, like normal.
don't.
Don't be mean. I love that she went from like yellowish blonde to like this like platinum blonde. I love it. I think it looks so good and it fits her character.
It was yellow.
It's gold.
No,
gold.
It was supposed to be like a tan beige, if that makes sense. Well, I feel like her My Hero phase was definitely yellow.
Yeah.
And then when I was transferring over, it was supposed to be like a beige. It was supposed to be like kind of closer to her skin color. Oh my god, I cannot figure out her bangs. But yeah, I wanted it to not be, because I hate watching animes and they're like, oh, they're blonde and it's like yellow. And like, okay, have we met? Like, okay, don't get me wrong. There are a lot. We have met the blondes that are yellow. Okay, I have been there. But blonde specifically, like the color shade it is supposed to be blonde. Does that make it like Cheerio color blonde, not yellow? And it hurts my soul to like watch all these animes. That's why I get so like, I don't know, a little butthurt seeing blonde characters. Cause like, I'm not saying I do it justice, right? But like, everyone's like, oh, there's so much representative of blonde characters. I'm like, that's yellow. That is a yellow hair. Cause like, they always pin them with the colored haired characters. Have you noticed that? Like, it's like, oh, they're blonde, and then it's pink, and then it's blue, and I'm like, that's yellow. This yellow, pink, and blue. That's not blonde. You know, that's yellow. Yeah. It's different, and I'm like, that's not. I don't know. And like, it hurts to see like a fake normal character, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, so you're pretending that blonde is a normal hair color in this anime, right? But then they're this extravagant, like, gold-haired character that's super unique and like super awesome. And like society does that, right? They're like, "Oh, blonde is so unique." And it's like, "No, it's just blonde. It's just a natural hair color." You know?
You know what's funny?
It's funny.
I was talking to my friend about this. She goes to
Eh.
she travels a lot and she used to live in China. And she told me that because so she's like dirty blonde, like she's got like dirty blonde hair,
Mhm.
and that she would go around like and she would visit like places like Japan and she like go back to China and she'd go back to Thailand. She said that people would always come up to her and ask for pictures with her.
Yeah.
Like they found it so unique to be like, oh my god, there's this like blonde white lady,
That's
and
what
they
I've
would take
heard.
photos, like,
Right?
yeah. So it's like an actual thing. I also heard that and I was like, there's no way that's real. But like I've
Yeah.
also I was watching a video on TikTok about this this
Wow.
lady, and she's black and she like travels all over the world for work, and she caught on camera somebody asking her to take a photo with her, and she's like, I'm not like who you think. They're like, I know, like I just want to take a photo with you. And so
Mhm.
I just think it's so funny that they like these people see like
Yeah.
different skin color and different hair color, and they like want to take a photo with you because it is unique. And then for us, we're like, I see a blonde every time I turn the corner. Like
Yeah, right.
I don't know what we're talking about right now. I just think it's funny, like the cultural differences that we see. And we're like, this is not unique. Like this is not a unique thing, and everyone's like, this is a unique thing, and I'm like, oh, okay. So you know what? That's
No,
understandable. You don't
yeah.
understand, but
No,
I don't
I
know. I
definitely agree. I think it's crazy, but I just think it's weird that the blondes they find intriguing is like the bleached yellow, you know? You know
yeah.
when they put in like movies, they're like, "Oh, like they're Asian, right?" And they're like, "I'm gonna go
Yeah.
blonde," right? And it's always yellow because they're bleaching their hair from black, like pitch
Mhm.
black, right? And they're like, "Oh my God, you have bleached hair." And it's like, I feel like that's where they're getting the yellow from in anime. Does that make sense? It's the
Yeah.
bleach. It's not blonde. And it hurts my soul because I'm like, okay. Like, I mean, I guess it's great for me, right? Because I used to dye my hair platinum, and then every time it was like that transition, it was like yellow. So it's like, okay, representation, yeah. But I hate bleach yellow hair. I think it looks so bad. There are some people, like the grungy people, that like dye their hair often. They can make it work. But like for me, I don't like it on myself, and I don't like seeing it. So it hurts to see an anime because I'm like, that's just yellow. They just have yellow hair, and then I'm like realizing I'm like, it's bleach.
Yeah, if they was at the end up who was it? I had a friend in high school who had like almost pitch black hair like mine, and she went to bleach it, and it first of all it fried her hair.
Yeah.
Like it was really bad. Like she got like it was so
Where
frizzy
is
because she
Charlotte?
had bleach in her hair for like I don't know 6-7 hours straight, and it just got really bad. And it was like how do I explain this? You know the packaging on Nilla wafers. I know it's so specific. The
No,
the
yeah.
box wafers, that's the color it was.
Mm.
Like it was frizzy and Nilla wafer box.
Yeah. No, I know
I just
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
I felt so bad because she was like sobbing about it. She was like, I just wanted to go blah 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 blah. And I'm sitting there and all I can think about in my head is thinking, you look like a box of Nilla wafers. Like that's the color of her hair.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it was pretty good because they got all the black out. Like they got all the black out of her hair. There was no streaks. It was not uneven. Like they obviously did the job well, but they fried her hair, and it was just one like it just looked fake. It almost looked like a wig. Like that's how
Yeah.
color they stripped out of her hair. And I was sitting there and I was like, this looks plastic and fake. Oh my god,
Poor
it was.
girl.
And that actually scared me from ever wanting to dye my hair ever because her hair was
As
almost
it should.
But my hair is like pitch black. You've seen it. It's like
Yeah.
I look like the Void, man. Like, come on. If I end up dyeing it, which is funny because I have the white streaks in my hair, the going gray,
Uh-huh.
but I'm terrified. Like they'll be like, "Have you ever thought of putting some coloring?" Don't ever touch my hair.
Don't talk to me. That's funny.
That just scares me. I don't know. I can't.
It should. It hurts my soul because like it's very easy for blondes to go a certain color, right? Because like that's the
Yeah.
whole point. It's the lightest. It's easy for pigment wise. Yada yada. So it sucks to see people with darker hair trying to like have fun with their hair. But like I've seen it so many times how it happens and like how it goes, and I'm like, there's just no like. It's hard to say there's no point, right? Because you're like, well, it's my hair. I haven't done anything with it. I just want to do something with it, right?
Yeah.
But it changes the texture of your hair so bad that it's just not worth it. And like it's just forever too. Like it's not even just like, oh, okay, like I have blonde hair or I have like bleached hair now. I'm going to go back and just not touch my hair again. Like yeah, sure, over time it will come back, right?
Yeah.
But it's like that initial change is so drastic that I'm like, oh, how could you like why? That sounds so bad, like so
Yeah.
terrible.
I remember when you went dark. I thought it looked good, but I also remember you complaining about that.
I like seeing my hair dark. I liked how much contrast it added. The thing is, when I go dark in my hair, I also have to like dye my eyebrows. Or like not dye my eyebrows, but like make sure my eyebrows are like super dark and match. And it's really I hate seeing people with black hair that's dyed black hair and they have like brown, like warm toned eyebrows and their
Yes.
hair is cool
It
black, like jet black. It hurts my soul. So that was the
it reminds
hardest
me
thing
of
I could figure out was the eyebrows and I don't like it.
it reminds me of Sims. Do you know when people make dark haired
Yeah.
Sims and match the Sims eyebrows to the hair and you could just see it looks like the Sims are wearing a wig? That's what it
Yeah.
reminds me of when people do that and they don't dye their eyebrows.
Yeah. And that's I mean, I liked having dark hair because it actually gave me contrast to like my face. It made me look more mature. But then it got to a point where I was like, okay, do I really want to look more mature? Like, I don't know. Everywhere I go, people think I'm 19. I'm like, okay, it's kind of a great compliment now that I'm getting older. You know, I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I look like I'm a 12-year-old boy still. Don't flatter me. But there's like, I don't know. I liked how much definition it added to my face, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then it got to a point where it's like, okay, it's kind of adding too much definition. Like when I'm blonde, I can kind of hide some of my features that like I don't like maybe.
Yeah.
Because it blends so well. Like when I was platinum blonde, it just like when like you didn't really know what to look at. I think when I was like looking at myself in pictures. So like I wasn't pointing out all of my faults, if that made sense,
Yeah.
like as heavily. Like I still did because obviously like that's what you do. But it wasn't as drastic as when I had dark hair. And then when I had dark hair, the compliment change that every blonde talks about is so fucking real. Nobody looks at you. And as a social person, and I'm like, what do you mean I'm not getting like it sounds so dumb, but it's like not to like the full extent, right? Because I'm like, okay, I don't really want attention. But
Yeah.
and not that kind of attention, right? Like I don't want to be barked at on the street. That's not what I mean. The respect level is what I mean. It's freaking
Yeah.
insane. Like if
I
I said something mean as a blonde, like or like set a boundary, people are like, "Oh, okay, I'll respect that." If I set a boundary with dark hair, they were like, "You're just a bitch. Like you're just like you have nothing going for you." And I was like, "What the
yeah.
fuck? I just told you that you pissed me off because you said practically a slur to me and my family lineage." And I defended myself. And now you're saying I'm the issue? You know? So like you definitely can't talk back with dark hair. And that is a
Oh,
big problem for me because I talk
I
back, you know?
girl, I get it. Okay. So I was just talking about this with when I put in my 2 weeks yesterday.
Mhm.
I'm talking to my manager and I'm telling him and I'm like, I have no respect here. Like at all. Like none of the line cooks respect me. They all think that it's okay to sit around and joke when I'm trying to be serious about them getting their job done. But no, like they don't take me seriously. Um and so I realize that they one because I'm Latina that they respect me even less because they're thinking, "Oh my god, this is just like
Yeah, her
allow me
attitude.
to be a bitch. Yeah, she's got a problem. She needs help. Blah blah blah. And so I realized that they don't respect me at all because I'm Latina and I'm a woman. If
Mhm.
I realized if I like looked a different way, that they'd be like, "Oh my god, yes, anything for you." And you want to know how I know this? And my friend, who is just a little bit shorter than I am and has blonde hair, they also mess around with her a lot, and it gets
Mhm.
really tiring. Even though at this point she just got promoted, so she's most of their bosses now. They don't respect her, but they also, anytime she asks them to do something, they do it. They do it with a kindness, way more
Yeah.
kindness than they ever give me. And I realize I'm like, oh my god, like that's the disconnect. Like we're talking between like dark haired girl and blonde blue eyed lady,
Yeah,
and
no,
like
it's
I'm
true.
sitting there and I'm realizing that like this is exact like you this is why you're treating me differently. Like I that sounds so stupid and sounds so like
It
nobody
does because
actually
we're
does
told
that.
that the problem has been fixed and then we go out in society and we still deal with it. You know?
Yeah,
And we're like, what do you
exactly.
mean I'm dealing with sexism right now? Like what? That couldn't be a factor as they're looking
Like
down on you
oh,
because you're a woman and you're not their specific type of,
yeah. And I realized
interest.
it's because like if they deem you fuckable,
Mhm.
then that's it. Then they will give you respect because then they think they have like a chance. They're like, if I respect her enough, but if I don't want to fuck her because she's not my type, I don't have to respect her. And that means, but I can get any other girl that I want if I respect them when it's like good for me.
Yeah.
Right? And so I realized that that's 90% of the kitchen. And I feel really bad because this girl, she's one of my closest friends and I love her to death, but they really only give her respect when they want something from her or they think that they'll get on her good side. But the truth is like she deserves so much more than that. She is such like a sweet and kind person and she tries to do things like gentle parenting for
Mhm.
them because the men in the kitchen just will not, they have no maturity to them. They do not
Yeah.
understand how to be an adult. They do not understand how to regulate their own emotions, and it's really bad. And gross.
Uh-huh.
That one I felt that was nasty. Um, but like they just have no like self-control, and it's very upsetting to see. And then they hate it. The another reason that they don't like me is because I will sit there and be like, no, do not do that. Like
Yeah,
don't
you're
don't
not
just
babying
do your
them.
job. Yeah, like why don't you just do your job? Like, do you want me to sit there and hold your hand so you can put some fries in the fryer?
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second. You spit yourself. Let me go get your nappy. Oh
Mhm.
no, did somebody need their binky? Oh, let me guess. We need to go out for a smoke break. Yeah, no, let me hold you like a child and feed it to you like a fucking bottle. Like
Yeah.
it
That
is
was
insane.
my biggest thing at work too though, because like so I was going through that whole issue, right, at work
Yeah,
of just being miserable for the amount of time that I have been at this job. When I had dark hair, the amount of just either like neglect or issues that were brought up about my outfits or like whatever I was wearing. Like it just wasn't enough, if that made sense. Like I couldn't
yeah.
wear specific things. And it's not like, oh, you're just not wearing the proper things to work. Like, no, I'm wearing the proper things to work. I'm wearing a blazer, I'm wearing, like what I should be for an
No, I
office
yeah,
job.
I've seen yeah. I
But
remember us
it's
talking about
like, okay, so that's not enough. But when I was blonde, you didn't have an issue about what I was wearing. So it was like very like, okay, this is weird because it's like you're in an office of old men. Why are you telling me I'm not wearing professional clothes when I am? So
yeah.
then it's like, okay, so you want me to dress more towards your liking, but you're an old man. You have a wife, you have kids, you have grandkids. Why are you
Yeah.
looking at me that way? Like, it's not even, and they don't realize they're doing it too, which makes it kind of weirder because it's like, okay, so
Yeah.
you don't mean to say
Like
these
it's just
things, but you're
normalized.
just you're
Yeah.
just saying that, hey, you're not attractive to me at work, and I know I'm an old man, but could you wear something a little more flattering to my eye? Like, not just flattering to you or your body, like, just more flattering to what I would think a young office worker would look like. Like, I'm sorry, what? That's so weird to me.
So I think about this often too. So at the
That's a really nice face already. It's cool how you make sorry. I like how you make very distinct facial features.
Thank you. I'm trying to practice that more. I'm trying to get out of my same face syndrome. I feel
Mm.
like I convinced myself that I didn't have any. I
Mhm.
like I did not have it for a while, but then I looked back and I was like, I do. I absolutely do have
I
same
do.
syndrome.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
and I need to fix that.
I don't
But
mind it too much.
yeah,
I really like the like anime style, but I like when they give people like either different noses or different specific features, if that makes sense. Because like
yeah,
everyone loves the simplistic designs of anime, right? That's why people like anime because it's very fluid, it makes it very easy to look at. Um,
yeah,
and they want something that's appealing to the eye, pretty much what we're talking about with the clothes, right? Um,
yeah,
but I like when they have something that just makes them look different, even if it's the same like theme or style, I guess, if that makes sense.
yeah. I agree. I'm what was it? I was just thinking about this the other day. I forgot I think I stopped watching anime because some of them do have same face syndrome,
Oh
and I
yeah.
most of them do. And I realized that I was really kind of I think um I get that it's supposed to be simple and it's supposed to be this sense of um okay, it
Unrealistic.
makes it easier on the artists, it makes it easier on the animators
Mhm.
if you simplify these designs, but I realize that I have no real interest in them and I can't find a connection to a
Yeah,
character
right.
not unique looking. Like if like they don't have to be ugly or super beautiful. Like it's not
No,
about that. If
yeah.
you give them the personality that you draw them with, then I'm going to enjoy the show and the character. And I'm going to be
Yeah.
invested. But
Oh,
most of the time, I'm sitting there and I'm like, all the main love interests look the same. All the villains look the same. Also, I don't like that they make the villains look like super dramatic and then everyone else normal. I
yeah,
hate that. I
right?
really
That
do.
confuses me
I'm
too.
like,
I'm like, okay.
I'm like,
So you
I
can make different looking characters, but you choose not to do it. That's what I hate about like they always make either super attractive villains or like super ugly ones, and I'm like, do we
that's
have like a
why
normal looking like a someone that like kind of had normal features, you know?
we had this conversation. I actually hate beautiful villains. I hate them.
Yeah.
I don't need them to be ugly, but I'm just like I don't want a supermodel villain. I really don't. And everyone's always like, "Oh my god. Oh my god." And I'm like, "Girl, like it really is honestly that is just like an adult version of whatever character you've got over here. Like
Yeah.
I hate beautiful villains. I there are very few that I actually genuinely enjoy. And technically he's not a villain, but he also is Dracula from
Oh yeah. Castlevania,
I
yeah.
he is pretty and I do actually enjoy the fact that like he's I think he's supposed to look like that. There's like a
He's
reason
a
for it.
good in between though. Like if you look at
Yeah.
him, he's like got the like supposed to be attractive man, but he also is very like okay, he has something different about him too. Like he
Yeah.
has the facial features that some people might not find attractive or like everyone finds attractive, but he has a very distinct face if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not
Exactly.
like, oh, he's just like what everyone views as the beauty standard. It's very like specific and it's like attractive because he was made to be like semi attractive. Does that make sense? Like it's like he's not
Yeah.
built to be attractive, but he has attractive facial features for what they were going for. Why is this so hard to fucking
Exactly.
draw?
Which also he's like a vampire, which is like the point. Which is something that this sounds so stupid. Which is something that I actually like they explained well in Twilight when he was when he was doing that whole stupid little dramatic rant. He's
Mhm.
like everything about me draws you in and that's like the point. He's a predator. Like he's
Mhm.
supposed to look pretty so you go to him.
Yeah.
Like the like Venus flytraps is exactly what they are. They're supposed to be pretty enough that or like they smell pretty or they look pretty and they and that's like why they like that's how they get their food like they evolve to that point. So I enjoy when there are like there's a reason for them to be
Yeah,
like
they're not just pretty for
pretty. Yeah.
funsies.
So like yeah, exactly. I just there's something about everyone being like pretty villain. The one person that I will give a pass to only because I genuinely loved his character in the beginning. um what's his face? The guy from JJK. The why do I not know his name? Not
Totally.
Gojo. The other
Ghetto?
Geto. There we go. I just enjoy his character.
I hate him so much with a burning passion. I don't understand how. I literally have an anime figure of him too, which pisses me off because, like, so you know that arcade, right? Obviously.
The what?
The arcade that I go to get the anime figures.
Yes.
I got one of him. And I will not. So, like, usually when I get anime figures, I get one of the characters I like and I don't like because they go together. My Barbies sit with my Barbies, right?
My Barbies
sit with my Barbies. So I have a collection of My Hero, I have a collection of JJK, I have blah 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 blah, right? The collection of JJK is not real. I lied to you. It's Geto and it's Nobara. One person makes me very sad, and one person makes me very sad.
This is the betray of the century because I was so convinced. So convinced that you had this huge anime, this huge
No.
collection.
Dude,
no.
Because my thing is with my Hero collection, I have My Hero. I have the people that I care enough about for the My Hero. I have Bakugo. I have Aizawa. And you know, I have like my little pieces of each anime that I really like, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like a full like I don't need every single Barbie, right? But I like having the people that I like and dislike. But if I had Geto and I had what the fuck is his name? Gojo? Holy. If I had the two gay men kissing in the back of my fucking my bookshelf, I'd be like, okay, whatever. But no, I have the character that I severely loved in JJK that got her fucking brains blown out. And then I have this stupid man that's brain is wrong that put my man in a box. Like, why would I want him? Why? I don't like his design. I don't think he's attractive. I thought he was attractive in... This is controversial because I think he was like a teen or something. I don't like think he was like super hot when he was a teen. I think his design was more laid back and casual, if that makes sense. Like he was more easier to look at. Now it feels like with his voice actors that they gave him, I don't really like his voice actors. So it kind of makes me feel like gross every time I see him too.
Yeah.
And I don't like the skull cap thing. It grosses me out. I don't like his hairstyle. I don't like when it gets too long. Does that make sense? I like long hair in men. I don't like when it's too long and it looks and I don't think it looks good. I don't like his outfits. It makes me feel like he's wearing like an entire bed set. You know, like he's got the pillowcase, he's got the freaking cover, he's got the sheets, he's got the whole comforter. He's wearing the whole comforter. And I get it's like the Japanese style, right? They have their layers, they have everything. But it almost looks like he's swimming in fabric, like all the time. Like I get sometimes it's a culture thing to wear it, but like the whole part of the show is that they're wearing like tighter, more form-fitting clothes or like, you know, fitted clothes for their school or whatever. And then you just have this villain that's swimming in fabric and it hurts me to look at. And then they're doing these intense fighting scenes and I'm like, oh my god, I get overheated watching it.
I get over
I'm like, and it's not even like, oh, okay, like I don't fully hate his design, but it's like everything about his feeling that they portrayed about him hurts me. And it's great for a villain, but I don't like it. I do not. I don't like it.
Did you watch all of JJK?
I haven't seen season 3 yet. But I've seen season 2.
I'm not gonna say anything because I know the manga spoilers and stuff like that because nobody can keep a secret on.
Yeah, I mean I kind of do.
But
it's just I haven't kept up with it, if that makes sense. Like I don't mind spoilers, but I don't. Ever since I stopped Instagram and like all of that jazz, I haven't really. Speaking of, I re-downloaded Instagram.
Yay!
We'll see how
I think that you should start your TikTok up again.
I never had a TikTok.
Yes, you did. We used to take TikToks.
I never made a TikTok. I was on TikTok.
Yes,
TikToks. No, I did not, lady. You're crazy.
Yes, you did. You were on TikTok. That's what I'm saying. You had an account.
Oh, yeah. I had an account, but I never made like a TikTok. It was what I was saying. I I've never liked TikTok. When I went on it, it was just pure like evil. Like I couldn't change
So
my
I couldn't
feed for
agree.
the
I
life
believe
of
it.
me. It was always something negative, and like that's the main reason that I got off Instagram, right? But it wasn't like as bad as TikTok. And then I don't like the functions. I feel like such an old person on TikTok. I'm like, what the like what are we clicking here? I don't understand it. And it's so basic and straight. Like it feels basic and straightforward. It feels like Twitch. Like Twitch is supposed to be so basic and straightforward, and then you try to stream and use some of its functions, and you're like, what the freak am I looking at?
I tried using Twitch once, and I was like, oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, right? I don't understand it, and it's supposed to be super easy to understand, but I don't. Um, and I don't know. I don't like I'm not fully against it. Like maybe if I actually started like promoting my story and wanted to be a content creator, right? But I don't
Yeah.
like the idea of having access to it without having a purpose. Like I don't want another form of media because when I gave up Instagram, it sounds like so like when I stopped my addiction and I went to my
when
AA meeting and
when I stopped,
when I
when I
got help,
stopped,
when I called 1-800
when I got out of
get
rehab,
help.
when my mom picked me up in front of the psychiatric hospital. Oh, that's crazy.
Sounds exactly like the tone I'm going for, but like
That's
it's
just
God. And I called 1-800 get help now. I got off Instagram and went through my rehab phases, and I had a good environment around me. Okay, but for real, when I got off Instagram, I had so much inspiration to do basic life activities. It physically hurt me. Because I was like, what do you know how they say, like, drink water, it's healthy for you. You're like, okay. And then you drink water, you're like, oh my God, my organs are living again. Oh my God.
I'm not a fan of this water propaganda right now.
They're like, just work out and it'll make you feel better and have more energy. And you work out and you drink water. You're like, oh, what?
You're like, oh my God, it fucking works.
Yeah, that's how I felt getting off Instagram. So I deleted it and I was like fiending for like maybe 3 days. And I was like, you're embarrassing yourself. I was like, you're at work and you're like, I need something to click on just to make me angry and then go home and be angry. Like, girl, get yourself some help. So then I just stopped that mentality. I was just like, no. And then,
help.
yeah, I called 1-800 get help. Got help today.
Hi,
so
this is the Instagram addiction hotline. How can I help you?
Dude,
your problem today.
No, but this is genuinely how I fix my own issues. Like I had a panic attack while driving one day, like to the point I was shaking. Like I pulled myself over on the side of the road and I just shut off all emotion. I was like, you're embarrassing yourself right now. I stopped having a panic attack. So
You're like, damn. You just locked in. You literally just like, and no. Okay, we're
mean girl Shay. Damn.
like, you know those little puppets on strings where they like fall to the ground and then they pick them straight back up and you.
Dude, so I'll just do that. So I was like fiending at work for Instagram and I just locked in. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're fiending for Instagram? You're embarrassing right now. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I just stopped wanting Instagram. And then I went home and I was like able to think about my story and I was like thinking about art things that I would want to draw. And like it just felt like touching grass. I took myself for a walk and was like, damn, we live in a world.
and everything.
Dude, but like, so when I got rid of Instagram, because I always liked having Instagram because I had so many great artists on Instagram that had so many like good inspirations to me, right? Like I'd go on Instagram, I'd see everything and be like, wow, I want to do this, right? So it was my motivator. But then I got super toxic So then I got rid of it, right? And then I only stuck to Pinterest because Pinterest has just a shit ton of great artists still, right? And then I was like, okay, but that's the place I go for all my references anyway. So why do I need Instagram? So that was like another factor. I was like, yeah, it's true, right? Other than to support the artist, right?
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but it's like, okay, like, I'm sorry, but like my likes not paying your like fully paying your bills, you know? And it's like
I mean,
most of
not fully, but
well, you're not full. Like,
yes.
I get that there's a system to it, right? But like my one like that barely
It's not
gets
on
to see your
Instagram.
feed,
Like,
right?
you don't really get paid on Instagram like you do for TikTok. Like
Yeah.
you get like subscription, like you can like sign up to like be like get subscription based. Like you can like start a subscription like part of your area where people can pay for it. And I'm like, at that point, just get a fucking Patreon.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need. I need to send you this photo of Shiloh right now before he moves.
Right
Give me
now.
1 second. I have
That's
a
what-
mattress on the ground because my friend slept over after the party. But look how his.
Yeah. I'm
Say
so sad
hello. Say hello.
for them.
Oh
Say
my goodness,
hello.
you're so handsome.
Thank you.
Uh-oh, we're gonna
It's
mute
so
that
funny
'cause
hearing it back.
we-
But like that's kind of like my point, right? It's like, okay, you have so many things that I'm not actually supporting you. Like, I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, the whole Instagram drama, right? Okay, I barely see it. It's barely getting shown on my feed. And when I do, what, you get one like, okay, you know, my mental
Yeah.
health is a little bit more important than me supporting your art that I'm not actually supporting.
Yeah.
So I gave it up. And it was instantly great. And I recently downloaded it again. The first thing I did was log into all my accounts. The second thing I did was judge every motherfucker on Instagram. I'm dead serious. The fucking bully side of Shay came out, and I was like, wow, I miss so much. Good thing these people are having such a great life. Oh my god, they posted that? Are you kidding? Like, it was just such like pure evil. And then
Yeah.
I went back to my art side, and then I instantly started spam sending Dirk reels. And I was like, wow, what a great addiction to come back to, you know? It's like, this isn't like,
You were like what, 3 months clean?
yeah, I was like, I don't know. So I was like, what was the point of getting back on it? Like, even now, I don't fiend for it, right? But I was like, the habits, like the muscle memory of getting back in. I was like, this is what I was doing. This was what was addicting me, you know, to get on and be like, oh, I hate these people. Oh, but I'm not gonna unfollow them because what if I miss something in their life that I want to be nosy about? Or what if they're still following me and I don't want them to unfollow? You know, I was like, why? Like,
Yeah,
the
like-
only reason I liked having a personal account for an Instagram was because I like to pretend that it's like a little scrapbook, right? I like to post my adventures. I like to post like the little stories I did for like my little trips to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't care about anyone else on there. You know, I don't go look at people's stories. I don't go look at their accounts, see what they're doing. Like, some people use it as like, oh, well, I like to keep in touch with this person from high school because I like to, you know, see what they're doing, how they're doing. There's one person that I feel that way about, and it's some girl I knew in high school that is just an absolute sweetheart. I love seeing her kids. I love seeing her happy. I love seeing the updates she posts about her job. I don't need Instagram for this one person. I'm sorry. Like, as much as I love going on it to see her, I don't
Yeah,
I don't
there's-
care. Also, like, my thing is too, if I wanted to see these people and if I wanted to keep in touch with them, I would. If I wanted to see them again, I would go to a high school reunion. Will I go to a high school reunion? No.
Really not.
No, I hate everyone there.
Catch me going back to
No. So I'm like, why do I need this for this one person, right? So then that's a factor, right? And then it's like, okay, on my personal stuff, right? No one responds to it. Like, it's not interactive, if that makes sense, right? The whole point I had the art side was because it was interactive. I was trying to make a community. I was trying to make blah 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 blah, right? Once I stopped trying to make friends, make a community for art, it wasn't a platform to be on anymore, I guess. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? Like, it's definitely a what do you call it? Business platform now. I think in my mentality, like I know it's not for everyone, but that's just how I see it. I'm like, there's nothing to Instagram other than to promote your art, right? Like that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So I don't see it being a need for me. Like even now, even when I downloaded it, I thought about instantly deleting it again. But then I was like, okay, what if I go on a trip? Then I'm gonna have to go through this whole process again just to put my silly little scrapbook back up, right? And then delete it again. I'm like, I don't know. It just feels so tedious, and I don't enjoy social media. But then it's like, if I want to do art and if I want to promote it, then I have to come back to it, or I have to come
That's
back to
what.
something similar, you know?
See, yeah, the right now the difference between you and me is that you're in rehab and I am still on the streets. I
Yeah.
am actively
She's
buying
still
from
on
that
the
dealer
street.
there. Yeah, I
That's
am
funny.
actively yeah, and I just traded the sexual favor for some coke. Like that I realized for myself that like we've always talked about this disconnect between us like when it comes to social media, and you and I have never been it's never been a problem for either of us, and like we both know that we're going to support each other in and out of social media no matter what happens, like with
Yeah.
our art, our lives. But I always think about the fact that I hate how reliant you have to be on social media as an artist.
Yeah.
Like if you want to make this your life, which I do, if you want to make this your life,
Right.
you truly have to get on your knees and undo the politicians' fucking pants. Like it's so bad. And the thing is, you want to be able to make a living off yourself, but nobody's going to see anything because they're always on their phone. People barely go to festivals anymore. You know, if you're putting up your art on a piece of paper and putting it in a tent, they're just gonna be like, yeah, no, that's good, I guess, okay. And then, you know, they'd rather be scrolling through Facebook
Yeah.
Meet AI, and they're like doing like Fruit Love Island or whatever. And so
But
you're
and then
sitting
it's
there,
like the same thing though. It's like the scrolling culture, right? That you just said.
yeah,
It's like you could do the personal side of it, right? I'm gonna go put up a tent, but like you said, people are just gonna walk by because that's what they're trained to do now. It's just, oh, I consumed the media. I supported you. Goodbye. Like that's
yeah.
not supporting me. That's not even like actually understanding what this piece of art is. Cheerio, I will eat you. He just jumped up on my computer desk and shoved his cone into my face.
Mother release me.
He really wants to be. He had his freedom for a while because he was being good and he knew not to lick it, and then he's been getting like the crack addict like itch for the stitches, so he had his cone on, and now he keeps coming to me begging for it off, and he like tries to do the whole like, I'm so cute, I'm purring, I'm nuzzling up to you, take this cone off, ooh, and I'm like, you're stupid, sticky. Yeah, you're not getting that off. No. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's tough.
Yeah, and I hate the fact that I'm addicted to social media. I think that Shanna, what are you doing? What are you doing?
My thing is, the way that I have been taught, not taught, but like have perceived to like make it as an artist is to make it on your own, to be able to support and promote it the way that you want it to be, right? Because it's like, okay, for My Hero and JJK, what did we see? We saw they got big, they got taken over by a company, and then the artist got burnt out, right? Like for My Hero, it was like the biggest talk. Maybe it didn't happen, maybe it did, but you could tell the shift in the art, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so if I don't want a big company to take over all of my work, the way to do it is by working, getting my own money, and then supporting my art the way that I want it to be supported and promoted and yada yada, right? So then it's like, okay, if I'm already doing that, like I already have a career that's not art, I'm making money and I can use it however I want. Thank you so much, Shiryo. He's flipping my iPad over with his cone. So like if I'm already doing that, what do I need social media for, right?
Exactly.
And it's like I don't need to ruin my, like, other than promoting it, which I already don't do with having Instagram. I already don't post. I already don't do anything on it. So it's like, what's the freaking point? Like, I have nothing I could be promoting, but I have nothing to promote. I don't want to promote. You know, it's like it
Yeah.
just goes into the cycle of like, okay, here's all the reasons that you should have this, and I'm like, okay, but I don't do none of that, so there goes the point.
Yeah. I see, I admire you for that because I wish that I could just enjoy my art without having to promote it. But the thing is, we've had this conversation before. I love inspiring people to
Yeah, it's a
create.
good feeling.
Yeah. And I feel like most of my work is like I want people to feel loved and understood about their art because I want that for myself, but I want that for other people too. You know what I mean? And so I
Yeah.
always feel like being on social media, I can make these people who are already not getting enough traction because social media sucks. And unless you're like fabulous at art or you're drawing memes all the time, like you don't really get a lot of traction. And so I always want these people to make sure that they feel loved about like their work. And I'm like I get that social media is ruining art and the way that we share it, and it's not like it was 5 years ago when on during what like COVID, art was like a huge thing. Everyone loved sharing and reposting, and like people discovered their love for art during there.
Yeah.
I just feel like we're not we like and scroll and we don't care too much about it. I when I'm on TikTok, I try so hard to make sure that I'm reposting this fabulous people's art that they're not getting traction. Like they post speed paints and they post like small little comics and people don't care about it, and I have to repost it anyway. So I'm thinking you guys are so missing the point of like the skill that the person put into this.
Yeah,
And everyone
right.
like the really chip like I absolutely love like when they do like the little chibi like animations
Yeah.
and they do, like the really
Okay.
realistic transfer to it. Like it'll go from
Yeah.
chibi to like a transition and it's like really realistic. I love when they like do things like that because it shows that like artists are so multifaceted when it comes to art that they can do whatever the hell they want, but nobody ever sees it. Like nobody ever gives it the love it deserves. And I think that's part of the reason I stay on social media so that I can also support these people and discover people and be inspired by more people. That's what most of my For You page is. It's 98% art. Like it really is. And I try to keep off of it. And as soon as I realize that I'm scrolling into like brain rot videos, I have to like turn it off. I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, no,
Yeah.
like this is not what I came on here for. Like, but it gets difficult. It gets hard to like not get addicted to that, like, oh my god, this funny video, oh my god, this funny video, oh my god, this funny, and then never thinking about it again. Yeah, you get like a brief moment of joy. The dopamine,
Not
like, hit.
me. I think about it too often. The amount of shit I can quote on the internet, like that was another thing that like left a hole in me, like genuinely when I left the internet, was that I had nothing else to quote. And I was like,
I
that's pretty sad that my comedy is quoting other people's memes. Which honestly improved me as a person, because now I'm just funny. So now it's just my
that's
own funniness.
you're like now I only talk to me and my voices and I think I'm
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's true. No, but
Oh.
like I get what you're saying. It just one of the biggest things that made me detach from everything you just said though, like supporting the small artists, was when that one artist, I told you about this. I screenshotted it. She left Instagram and all of her platforms and she left me this really cute paragraph and was like, I wasn't going to tell anyone that I'm leaving social media, but I felt obligated to tell you because you have been supporting me for the longest time and you were
Is this who I
so
is this
active.
who it is?
I don't know
Is
if you remember her. Let me find it.
Snowy?
Huh?
Was it Snowy?
No, not Snowy.
Okay. I haven't heard
Um,
of it in so long. I
I
miss
know.
her.
I saw her post a little bit. Where did I put this? I think I kept it because it was really like sweet. But pretty much she was like, I wasn't gonna tell anyone, but like there wasn't enough to keep me on this platform pretty much. And she was like, I don't like the feeling that it gives me. And she was like, it's just not worth it. But she was like, you were one of the people that like not made her come on, but like felt good about her art. And she was like, I'm just not gonna find that here anymore.
Yeah.
She's like, I just wanted to let you know because you supported me for so long. And that
Oh.
made me feel so sad to know that she was leaving because it wasn't like, oh, she was just having a hard time or, the traction was getting to her. She just didn't like the environment. And I was like,
Yeah.
how
Which is
sad. I was like, and she was one of the like great artists. Like I loved seeing her art and stuff. And I was like, how wholesome of her to reach out, right? And like see that I was
yeah.
putting an effort and knew that there were people supporting her and it still wasn't enough, right? To stay on this platform.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've had so many great artists that were the reason I was staying that just up and left because they didn't like Instagram,
Yeah.
they didn't like the culture, they didn't like how it was treating their mental health. And it makes it hard to stay when the people that are motivating you are leaving.
Yeah.
And they're finding more peace not being a part of society. And I get that's like kind of the point of getting older, right? Like once you get older, you see it in old people. They're like, I just want to live in the woods. I don't want anything to
Yeah.
do with anyone, you know? And it's like, okay, I get it. People are mean. People suck. Society sucks. But it's like to see it on a social media platform happening at such a young age is really sad to see these people get burnt out. But it's nice to see that they're hopefully keeping, because like I don't know what they're doing, right? But hopefully they're keeping
Yeah.
their passion going in a different form away from all of the pressures. Um, but it was hard for me to stay because it's like, yeah, I have all of these people, but there was no like community anymore. There was no one to DM you and be like, hey, thank you for commenting, thank you for blah blah blah. And it's not like, oh, I'm looking for a thank you, or I'm looking for like, oh, someone to acknowledge my art and I'm looking to acknowledge theirs. But it definitely wasn't the old My Hero phase where everyone was active, everyone was just trying to make friends and like enjoy their stuff together. It's definitely
Yeah.
now just like a cash grab and people are getting like irritable that they're not getting likes or follows or comments, you
Yeah.
know? And it gets very old to be around because then you get into like, okay, it's not just the art platform, right?
Yeah.
It's the reels and everything. It's a source of media again. So you're not
Yeah.
just seeing someone's
Videos.
art, you're
You know,
seeing, yeah, all of this shit surrounding it. So then you're just getting on and you're seeing rage bait, you're seeing blah 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 blah, and it's not worth it, you know?
No, I agree. I think about that often. I remember when I used to always complain about it. I'm like, nobody like supports me anymore, blah blah blah, and I'd be like a
Mhm.
big crybaby about it. And now I'm getting to this point where like you were not on Instagram when I posted this. I posted this a couple days ago. Um I made this big like paragraph and I posted it. I'm like, I know that my activity on here has been spotty. I want you guys to know that if I ever disappear from here completely, there's nothing wrong. I'm just realizing what I want, like for
Mhm.
myself and for the like my own art. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm trying to pay for school. I'm gonna get my bachelor's. Like right now, how many likes I get on Instagram is not important to me.
Mhm.
Like at some point maybe it will be again, but right now it's getting to this point where like I just don't care enough. I just don't care enough. I think I post on Instagram maybe once every 2 months, once a month maybe. Let's see, yeah, I posted May 19th and then April 11th and then February, yeah, and now I just post like once a month because I just don't care enough. I share these things if I think that they're important, but like I just don't care too much. And the same thing goes for TikTok. Like I post things not hoping it'll get viral. I don't care too much of if it gets too much traction. I'm sharing what I can, and the people who are supporting me.
Yeah.
And I have to share and be like, those people care, and those people DM me and they ask. Somebody literally, one of my mutuals just DM'd me and was like, hey, like, are you gonna start a Discord? And that's what I was trying to talk to you about, us making our own little like Discord for people who are writing webtoons and stuff like that, so that we can like kind of like or like stories or whatever, so we can all congeal without making it super public, just enough for us, right?
Mhm.
And I realized that we need to rebuild a small community again because I remember
Yeah.
when we had that, and it was so fulfilling because we were okay with not getting as many likes as we did because we had people who were in Discord being like, "Oh my god, like I love this. Here's my art too." And everyone was like, "Oh my god, I love this. This is great. I love blah blah blah." We are willing to not criticize but like critique each other without, somebody getting
Yeah.
butthurt. We
We
were
were
able
being
to,
active, you
yeah,
know?
exactly. And people were actually taking the advice. Nobody was getting butthurt about it. Nobody was being upset that you were like, hey, like, it'd probably be better if you used purple instead of yellow. Like, I
Mm,
think that it would look a lot better. And then somebody would try it and be like, oh my God, you're right. Like, this is so much better. And now we're gotten in this mode where you tell somebody like, hey, purple's not working for it. You should probably try yellow. And they're like, fuck you.
mm,
Fuck you.
yeah.
And you're like, well, I wasn't saying that it looks bad. I'm just saying try the color yellow instead. But I think that we need to bring that back. I think we need to bring back the sense of, hey, like, we're willing to support each other and we're willing to be active enough to support each other, and also understand that if somebody's not active and they come back and be super active, then you realize that they have a life outside of social media and Discord, and like we can accept that for each other. Now it's getting to this point where people are like have lives and we're upset and they're like, oh, you don't like hanging out with blah 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 blah. It's not about that. It's we have a life, but we also want a community to support us on the side and support our community. And I just think
Yeah.
we to our roots. So that's why I brought it up to you, because somebody was like, "Oh my God, do you have like a small Discord?" Blah blah blah. And I think that I'm gonna like create one for us and
Yeah.
keep it small and keep it with for just a good amount of people. I can't handle being in large spaces anymore. That's why I stopped being on my Discord. Like, I love the people in my Discord, but it got so overwhelming so fast. And you and I have had a lot of negative experiences with people on Discord, like way too many. Like, we would have people come in and just completely ruin everything for us. So to the point where you and I have both left Discord for long periods of time.
Right.
Like, it got so like draining to a point where I could not be in my own safe space. Like, I couldn't be in my own safe space because I was constantly being hounded. I wanted to just feel normal and feel like just like, oh, like we can talk, and then people would either make it about one person or the other. And I feel like that, like, I feel like sometimes we talked about this, pitted us against each other
Yeah.
and realizing it. And I feel like that really put a strain on our friendship for like the longest time. Like, it felt like we were unaware that we were competing with each other. Like, that's what it
Yeah.
felt like. Step back and we
Or not
came
even
back
competing, but we were told we were competing. And it gets
yeah,
old when
yeah,
someone else is
exactly.
telling you that you're competing and you're like,
You're like,
no.
"Oh, like, somebody's better than the other," and you're like, "No, I'm they're my friend. Like, why would I sit here and feel like I'm trying to be better than somebody else? Like, why would you think that? Especially when you and I are so close." It just pisses me off that people just, like, kept putting that strain on us, and I think that that's like, I'm glad that we came back together. Like,
Yeah.
after all that, we had that conversation and we texted and we like finally got everything out, and it made me feel so much relief because
Yeah.
like there was so much going on, I think, in both of our lives at that point, that us being on social media and experiencing that made it a lot worse.
Yeah.
um
I think that's why it's so hard for me. Like, I do want to make like another community, but it's so hard for me because of that. Like, I just don't give a shit about people anymore. Like,
yeah,
I have very zero tolerance. Um, and I don't want to go into something with a negative attitude, you know?
yeah,
But it's very hard not to be defensive towards something that you see like automatic sign. Like, it's like trauma response, right? You're like,
yeah,
why did you say that? Because I know exactly where this is leading, right? But then it's like, again, it's hard to like think that it's not gonna lead that way when you're seeing all the signs add up, you know?
yeah.
Um, but I think it would be fun. I think it'd be fun to do that and just start over.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't want it big. I don't need like, oh, we need to be constant contact and communication with everybody. But I think that I'm getting to this point of my story that I'm wanting to share it with people I have not shared it with
Yeah.
before. Because to be honest with you, I think that I share a lot on like my Instagram stories and like my close friends like profile. Like, I'll put a bunch of stuff in there, and like my mutuals will like and reply. But I think that I have not shared enough of the story, and I think that you are one of the only people who knows so deeply about it that nobody else does. And it's not that I don't care for your critique, because either way I'm going to ask you, because you are probably the only person who understands my brain enough to be like, you definitely don't want to do that. You're going to want to go around here or try this instead.
Mm-hmm.
Other people just want to like do things that they want in the story, rather than being like, okay, this is the kind of person I know that Green is, and I can give her advice the way that you
Yeah,
can.
what you're trying to get to,
Yeah,
not, oh,
exactly.
this is
And
what I like
so
to see.
yeah, exactly. So that's why it's easier to ask you. But now I'm getting to this point where I'm almost completely solidified in the story about what I want for it. And oh wow, it's already 4. It's already 4:30. Damn. It's getting to this. It's getting to this point where now I'm ready to start sharing and getting critique from multiple points of view to see
Yeah.
like how people are going to react to the story. What do I need to improve before I actually publish this? And so that's why I want a small community of different people from different places in order to
like diversify the opinion.
Exactly. Yeah. So now that's why I'm suggesting this, because I want us to have a community of that, and not everyone needs that. Not everyone needs to have complete critiques from everybody else. But I think it'd be nice if people are having trouble with something that you have a very small community of different minded people who are willing to give you a different view. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But something might spark an idea for you. You know what I mean? You sit there and be like, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea. And then somebody mentions the color green, and then you think about the forest in Oregon or something, and you're like, oh my God, the Oregon coast is the perfect place, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the exact same idea, but it can be like a jumping point for you. I just think that we don't have enough of those spaces, especially when, like, you don't want too many voices. I
agree.
Sorry, my captain is like making me. I'm like brain waving right now, bro.
No, you're fine.
When did this happen?
I definitely need to fix these eyes, but it's so hard to do with. I can't see. Everyone, shut up. Where the freak is her hair?
I can't see.
I can't see. There we go. Bald.
Bald.
Her eyes are kind of cute. I try to round out her eyes because she's supposed to have rounder eyes. Like, not fully rounded, but like tired round eyes. And they look more like her. I've been like slowly figuring out her facial features again because I haven't drawn her in so long.
Okay, how do we feel about this haircut for Giovanni?
I hate it. No, I think it's cute. I like it. I really like how you use this pen. It works really well with your style.
Thanks.
Everyone shout out sneeze. Nope, it's gone.
Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple.
Chill, lady, we're in public. You can't be throwing pineapple around.
I forgot that was our safe word.
How dare you forget? It's the whole point.
Well, we haven't needed it.
That's true.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I have a question. Does he look like a 50-year-old man? Like, does he look 50 like he could be? Should I add more wrinkles?
Yeah, I think he looks 50. I don't think all 50-year-olds have that many wrinkles.
Well, he was in the military. They're like stress wrinkles. Like, he just looks a little older than.
Yeah, I think he looks 50.
Is the goatee too much?
No, I like it. Keep it.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Cool. Let's see. See, this is also another thing. I feel like I've been in such an art block for such a long time, and then as soon as I got back on Discord and was able to call with you guys again, I realized that, like, I always talked about how being on call with you guys made me not think about what I was drawing, draw whatever the hell I want, and then whenever I can't draw anything. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck, like, I can't do this. It's not working for me. And then we jump on here, and I don't even remember drawing half of Giovanni. I don't even remember half of it.
It's so funny. I love when you say you guys, because I appreciate you including my second personality. It makes me feel very included. It makes me feel seen.
Shay and Shay too.
Shay and Shay too. Still my favorite bit. I know that's not what you were saying, but like, I love when people refer to Shay too. I'm like, yeah, I'm seen, guys.
That's because your second personality gets along with my fourth personality. So
It's true.
let's see. I don't know. Do these styles look the same? I feel like
Yeah.
maybe.
I think it's just because one's very soft and one's very like rigid, but I think they're the same. I would Giovanni's is the top guy, right? He feels very like darker, if that makes sense. I would add a little bit more of the
darkness
lines to Reese, yeah. But other than that, like you have the areas, it's just his feel more defined.
Yeah.
She looks like an alien. She doesn't have eyebrows. I'm scared of her to this labor. I hardly know her.
You're done.
You're done. Every time I use that voice or the "you're done" voice, it reminds me of Hurricane Katrina. Or like Hurricane Tortilla. I love that guy so much.
I saw a video of him grown up recently.
Really?
And yeah, he's still funny.
I would hope so. He had the personality to be one. One of us.
Yeah. I was funny. It wasn't the Katrina guy. There was another one where a meme got really popular on like Vine or something, and he was like, and people were commenting, "Oh my, what was it?" They're like, "Oh my god, you're the blah 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 kid," and he's like, "I need everyone to stop remembering me for that. Like, we're done.
We're done.
Sorry." Let's see. I'm trying to think.
I think I like this style, but it's lacking.
Yeah.
Don't be mean to me.
No, I'm saying yeah, like that's what you think.
Yeah, don't be mean to me. That's exactly what I said. You think I think? How dare you? Don't be mean. I don't want it to be like fully like chunky, but I'm looking at this reference I have, and I like the chunkiness of the belt. I like how things flow off the body, and a lot of my clothes stick to the body, so I'm trying to figure that out. I feel like I did a decent job at Eloise, feeling like the clothes were on her body, not her body.
Yeah.
And I feel like in my old drawing, I did a good job with the jeans and the shoes, but her shirt is lacking. I don't know what, like, you know when you're supposed to think of what fabric? Like, I feel like it's the fabric I'm thinking, but it feels very stiff. I think it's the collar.
Yeah.
Don't be, I literally...
I'm literally just...
You're being sensitive!
I'm just confirming your thoughts.
What thoughts? I don't think...
You're saying out loud!
You're gonna make me have a BF right now.
Don't be mean.
Don't be mean. Gotta have a bitch fit.
A BF.
What is a BF? A bitch fit.
Let's see.
When I first drew this, I didn't have a high collar. I just had a low collar. Maybe she doesn't need a neck. Maybe she could just be the alien she's meant to be. You know? What did you do, Tyler? Log in.
I want to keep... you know what I hate? Yana is like part cat. She's got like cat ears and everything. Every time I try to look up a reference, it's always the really weird anime cat girls. Like the little like 12-year-old looking girls that are wearing like bikinis and stuff, and I hate it. And I never know how to like search up something that looks the way that she does. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I have some pretty good... I would look up fantasy. Fantasy has always been a good reference for me. I have some things on Pinterest, but I would have to look as well.
Okay.
Dad's asking a lot without a payment, so...
I'm trying to decide whether I want to give her more cat facial features rather than just ears, because I think...
Alright, I'm going. I'm on Pinterest.
I'm on Pinterest.
I'm on Pinterest.
I love that I didn't even say
I
anything.
know.
You're like, fine.
Fine, I'll do the research. It's fine. Whatever.
So
God. There's this really cool. I'm just gonna send you it through Pinterest. This cat armor I show everyone. Not everyone, because freak the people in the stream. Am I right, ladies? But
am I right, ladies, or am
am
I right?
am I right? I think I'm just gonna send you a couple things because I know you have like. I feel like you could make like an outfit or something if you didn't fully want to go the cat route, but I have to find where these specific things are. So you're gonna get a whole bunch of random in the moment things that I find. Okay. Bitches.
Let's see. See, because
There's I'm gonna send you this right now. There's a girl with bird feathers as hair, and you could do something like that with like cat hair, if that makes sense. Like not actual hair, but the little tufts, you know, like maybe give her short hair or something.
oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, the armor's sweet. I like that.
Yeah, right. There is. I always like these kind of features where they're cat-like, but they're not cat-specific. Like the nose that doesn't have the dent, it just goes straight into the forehead, but it's like a human nose.
Oh, I like
Jack,
that.
did you tell on me? Why did I get a text that Dirk said, "Are you talking shit about me?" Jackson, do we need to have a talk? Jackson. So funny.
He tattletaled and dipped, bro.
He tattletaled and yeah, how dare him. I'm trying to think where else I had this. Text me, I was like, "Are you talking shit?" And I go, "No," and he's like, "Are you sure?" "No, I'm not sure of nothing. Just a girl. I don't talk shit. I talk truths." I think was it in here?
Actually, this is what's her face from Twilight Princess.
You're a Twilight Princess.
Oh, stop it.
Where is your freaking? Here's something for the legs. Obviously, they're not cat legs, but you could do cat legs. I think there was something I had. There's like specific things I have, but I don't know where to find it because I'm very specific on where I save things, and I don't know where I save things because it's very specific, and I outsmart myself. What you got is some ideas that I have initially thought of, but a specific cat reference I don't know if I actually had or not.
That's okay. These are actually really good references. I like this. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh my friend, his horns. I have to give him his horns. We're gonna do that in a little bit. Not right now.
Not right now. Yeah, okay, that's all I had for now.
Okay, we're gonna do that in just a second. Let's see.
I'm a little offended that it took me this entire time to just redraw one of the drawings I've been drawing, but that's fine. I actually need to stay on Pinterest because there's something I want to find to add to her design.
What's wrong, Hockey? What do you want?
Don't be mean to him. He's literally just a girl. He didn't mean to be on your bed.
Come here. Come here. You got eye crusties, nasty. Yeah, my baby. Mwah, so handsome.
Oh,
yeah.
Me next.
Oh, let's see. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So I have this idea. Do you remember when I was telling you like the reason that I came up with strains obviously was because of the My Hero universe, and I have to find a different way to approach people having like a diverse like stream of strains. I
Yeah.
feel like we have this conversation. You said yeah, yeah. Um, I wonder if I give people animalistic strains that they get augmented rather than they were born with them. You know what I mean? Like they get surgery like
Oh,
to be
yeah. Like
more
there could be
cat-like.
different ones.
Yeah, like did you ever see no, did you ever see The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes?
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, Tigress in the original movie doesn't like obviously looks like a cat.
Mhm.
There it is, right there. Do you need to go outside? Okay, give me a second. I'll let him outside. But like a diverse, um, where are the puppies? Oh, nice try. You're trying to get me out there while the dogs are out there. Nuh-uh. He likes to bark at the neighbors.
Me too. I love barking at neighbors.
Bark at the neighbors. Nuh-uh. Get away from the door. Go away. I'm not letting you outside right now. Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
What was it? I have a waging war with my neighbors. They like to release their dogs when Hawkins is out there and cause barking and then apologize for letting their dogs out. I let them know that Aki's out if I turn on the porch light day or night. And they don't get it. They're not understanding
Did you
that
tell
hey,
them?
no, because I never can catch them
Oh.
when it's necessary. So like, but also I don't want to be like,
Hey.
I'm planning I'm
Yeah.
turning on my light to let my dog out. Just let you know not to let your dogs out. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that sounds so bitchy. So I'm hoping that they catch on, but I don't think that they are. I don't think that they're very
That is a
smart.
lot of faith in humanity. But I
Yeah.
am rooting for you.
Yeah, but I think that I have silent beef with them, and I try not to. I think it was the other day. I was leaving for work, and I was gonna let Hucky out, but they were all outside, and they left their door open for like an hour. Like I was trying to like get ready, and I was like, okay, like I'll let them out before I leave. And then I go to leave, and I'm like, oh my god, it's been an hour. Why are you still outside with your dogs? Like I was so pissed off, and then I told my brother about it, and my brother was like, yeah, no, they did that yesterday too. Like I couldn't let them out for hours because they were just out there. And I'm like, I was like, okay, next time just release him. I was like,
Is
just
it
let him
just
out.
because he barks or what?
Yeah, they want to play with each other. They're not like
Oh.
aggressive.
Yeah.
They want to play with each other, but like obviously we have a bunch of like older people as neighbors, and they complain about the animals a lot, and it pisses everybody off to like because the homeowner association they're just a bunch of like crackheads.
Yeah.
But we have to be really careful because people complain all the time about it, and so that's why we don't let them just like go out there. Also I hate listening to constant barking. Like it is
Yeah.
such a pet peeve of mine. There's a neighbor across the street um who has this really terrible pit bull, and the dog just barks. Like I'll wake up at 4 in the morning.
I hate that. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, like I get a handle on your dog. Like Hawkins barks, but he will stop. Like he'll stop after just like a minute or two. That dog will bark for like 20 minutes at a time. And it's so annoying. So Hawkins is not allowed to bark too long outside, and I refuse to like let him. But they always if the dogs see us through the window, they'll start barking at us, the neighbors' dogs. Like they'll see us through the sliding door in the back, and I'm like, oh my god. Like that just now I was about to let them out. The dogs saw us through the window, but I saw them and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let them out. They saw us started barking immediately. And then the neighbors are looking outside the window, seeing me, and I'm trying to like usher Hawkins away from the window. Like I did not let my dog out.
Yeah.
So it just I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Politics get crazy. Especially at animals.
Yeah. Pretty sure they call each other slurs. I'm not even.
I think so. They're just talking politics. That's what I say my animals do. I don't know if I want to give her socks or not. Just like the full, you know, when cholos, they wear the low ankle shoes, the high socks, and the long freaking shorts. Just give her the cholo fit.
No, she needs to complete is the bandana.
Yeah.
No. Let's see. I don't like this. I think she looks.
We can give her leggings. God, that's terrifying. Who let me design? Wow.
Who
was
gave me a
rough.
pen?
Who gave me a pen and paper? Better take that shit away.
Let's see. I'm trying to. No, I don't like this. I don't know what it is. I think she looks too. I like the nose. I think it's the face shape. I think that she looks too sharp, but which is funny because she said, "Oh no, it's her eyes. It's her
You
eyes."
think? What's wrong with her eyes?
Yeah, I don't know, but we're erasing them.
Oh, okay.
I think they make her look older, and
Oh, yeah.
she's like in her. And it's probably it's the eyes and the eyebrows. It's not the nose.
Could be the eye socket too. A lot of people don't get that like dent of the eye socket unless you're older. Like you're taking away the fatty pieces of the face, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. If I do it like this instead and let it just go straight down, like in
I'm
this
at the
reference.
point where I actually need to figure out the design now, and it's hurting my soul. What if I added like little straps over her shirt? Because I was initially gonna do that. I don't know if I want like buttons, but I do like straps.
I love adding straps to people's clothing. Did I show you? It's on my iPad and my. Oh, actually, I have my iPad open. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna send this to you. There's this drawing. I'm trying to up Arashi's like wardrobe, and like I find her to be a very fashionable person, but like for work, she only ever wears like cargo pants and a cut off like tank top. So for her strength can be released when she uses it because it burns through her clothing. Let me see if I can find it. I drew it a long time ago, and I think I showed you. There we go. And I love adding straps to things. Like it's so sometimes it feels so unnecessary. Here, I sent it. But like chains and straps and like random like pieces of leather on her clothing is like my favorite thing ever.
Oh, this is cute. I remember you working on it. I don't think I ever saw the finished piece. But this is cute.
I think that I'm gonna line them. I think that I'm gonna try to do it because these actually came out really good.
I like it as both, if that makes sense. Like if you lined it, I would also like add the sketch with it as a reference because it's really cute together.
Yeah. And I like this idea that like they don't see they're like, oh my god, she only ever wears the same clothing at work, and then they all finally go out together and they're like, damn, girl, like you spent thousands of dollars on the entirety of your closet, like what the hell?
Yeah.
Like she's a shopaholic and an actual like alcoholic and an addict, so like I guess it like works out well that she's got an addictive personality. She's just a girl.
She's just a girl. It's not her fault.
Yeah, it's not it's not her fault that she was genetically altered to be perfect. Let's see. Nope, I don't like those eyebrows. I think we're gonna draw the eyes first and then draw the eyebrows last. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, Uh-oh, somebody texted me. I'm just so popular.
Who texted you, huh? Without me? What are you doing? What are
Oh,
they
well,
doing?
we're going to Electric Forest, and so our group chat's going off because we have 1 month left. Exactly 4 weeks.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And I have to talk to my boss, make sure that he knows that I'm gonna be off.
Didn't you just quit?
No, my other job.
Oh.
Though I do want to give her I want her like eyelashes to like match her whiskers. They're just like really long.
That'd be cute.
I think her face is too long. I think that's also my problem.
Don't be mean to her. She's trying her hardest.
She's just a baby.
I keep trying to use my navigation pane and forgetting that's what I'm streaming. Always use it to like move my screen.
Yeah.
Now I have to do everything manually. That's stupid.
I'm doing everything manually.
Yeah, that's true.
You're like, yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's dumb. Hell. Ah! I think tiny detail is what I need to do. She does not need tube socks. Guys, whoever decided tube socks, you're out of the stream. You're kicked off the island.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh no.
She's a big
I like
fucking
implanted into your brain just a little bit.
head. He implanted into me.
Let's see.
What is this? Oh, that's right. I was doing that. Okay, we get rid of that. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I have too many layers now. Do you think?
I'm still surprised that I did this all on one layer.
Yeah, you're freaking insane, lady.
Yeah.
It like hurts my soul to see artists do that. Like it's cool, don't get me wrong. But like I could never.
I usually, you know, like this one over here, I've got like 3 layers. It's also only because I'm confident enough that I know all the line art, but
my thing is,
I also
like to like make big changes, and I find that I often make big changes to a lot of things that shouldn't be changed. You know?
Yeah.
So
Look at this cute little sketch of Irachi. I love her.
She's cute. She's just a baby.
She's so adorable. I love it. I can't explain it. I think that No, I can't. I literally can't. You know how I usually say that? I can't explain this. Like, I don't know how to. In my brain, I have this specific image about her, but I literally cannot explain how I'm feeling about her right now. But I love her. She's just like so soft and not at the same time. Like, I have put her through so much these past couple years, and I keep giving her tragic backstories, but I think that in this story, she doesn't know that she has a tragic backstory, and so she doesn't understand why she's like so traumatized about things, but like her memory gets wiped. Like she doesn't know like about herself. She has like false memories, but her body still reacts to things because her mind still kind of knows, like in the back of her head. But she has like happy memories, like with her family and like the people who love her. And it's just not, it's so sad. And so anytime I see this with her, and I'm like, I'm crying because like, why did I do that to her? Look, she's just a baby.
Yeah, that's so funny.
She's just a baby. Look at her. Look at her.
No, she's just a girl.
I just like. Oh my god.
She's so cute.
You know what? I think
she should have been a fluffy romance piece, pretty sure.
That's what I think you're right. But
sometimes I think about reusing my characters and just being like, yep, here's an alternate universe.
It's so funny to say that. I was thinking about this. If the Exodus profile, the protocol, I can't believe I got my own title wrong. The Exodus protocol, if I finally finish it and like publish it and stuff, I think that I'm gonna do like a small mini series of like different, like, because you know I do so many AUs, but I like this idea of doing so many alternate universes and like publishing them and being like, these are their other lives.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know what I mean? Like these are their lives, and like they aren't always tragic, but most of the time they are.
That's funny.
So they are not together and they're so cute. Okay, I just came up with this idea. Can I explain this? Their relationship now to you?
Yeah.
So I had this thought of okay, that comic that I just recently made about her getting attacked and them talking about it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I have this idea that this is way before they start sleeping together. They're developing feeling. Well, Rhodey obviously develops feelings before she does, but they're like slowly developing feelings for each other. But there's like Arashi's still at like a disconnect, and she doesn't understand why she's so like hesitant about him. And it's not just because like he's her work partner, but like there's something else that she cannot explain. Like I think that she believes that she's going to like taint him, she's going to change him and to turn him into something that he's not, right? I think that she loves him enough to be like, oh my, I do not want to change anything about you. Like that's the reason she falls in love with him in the first place, right? And then I got this idea that because she's a drug addict, she obviously goes out and finds black market Psychon because she cannot be found with a charge on her card from Psychon because she will get docked for it, like at work. And so she's like worried about that. So even though she could get it freely, she has to be very careful about the people she's dealing with. So she ends up getting to this really bad like drug deal. He finds out that like either she's a police officer or that she's finally like she's working for like a higher police force or military force or whatever. It's bad. And he's like, you're trying to get me arrested, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, that's not what this is. Like that, I don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. And they end up like fighting. And then she goes home, and he attacks her in her home. So that's the bad guy. And, so he ends up attacking her in her home, and she doesn't feel safe. Like she doesn't feel safe. She develops like a severe form of PTSD, but it's not like screaming and crying all the time. But like Rhodey starts to notice it. He's sitting there and he's like, damn, like she is traumatized. Like there's something like active, like she won't sleep at her own home, blah, blah, blah. And then finally they're like talking, like she ends up like calling him at like 2 a.m. and they're just kind of like talking, and he's like constantly offering like, hey, like, do you want to come over? Do you want to go do something? And she's like, no, I just need to like sit and talk. Because they were technically on the phone when she got attacked, and she's like, this is the only way like it makes me feel safe, but like I want to feel like, you know, all the lights are on in my apartment, blah blah blah. So at one point it gets so bad she can't sleep, and he comes, and she finally calls him, and she's like please come over, like let's just watch TV, right? So they end up like doing that, and he starts to see like the mental decline of like what this attack has done to her. And when the guy is getting transferred from one place to the other, he requests to be on the transfer team to make sure that he does not escape, right? And it gets to a point where they're alone together, and he's kind of like hackling him, and the guy, the bad guy, ends up attacking Rhodey, and Rhodey wanted that to happen so that he could shoot him. At this point, Rhodey has never killed a person in his life. He has made it a point because the religious background that he comes from, it's not like overly religious, but it's like the things that he believes in, he believes that like taking a life is not necessary. He can find a way to not take a life. Like he can work around it. He can be better than that. He uses his gun for more like brandishing rather than anything. To scare people rather than to actually shoot people, right? Most of the time his gun is empty. But he came in prepared to kill this guy because Arashi felt so unsafe that he was going to escape and attack her again. And so he sits there and basically he heckles the guy in order for him to attack Rhodey, and he kills him. But he doesn't realize the psychological damage it does to himself. Like he sits there and he starts to sit in his own apartment and be like he just keeps flashing in his head. Like this constant idea that Arashi could have died that night, and he thinks about like listening to her voice on the phone getting attacked and then the line disconnecting, right? So that's also why he talks to her on the phone all the time. But after killing the bad guy, he sits there and he's like, fuck, like I just killed somebody for her. Like I have never done this before. I have never tried to take a life. I have never wanted to take a life before. What is the difference? Like why has these feelings for Arashi caused this need to kill somebody for her? Like he starts to realize that there's this dark part in him that he has not fully let out and that he was afraid to let out, and now he realizes that it's going to severely destroy him if he doesn't deal with it. And so it's kind of like just like devastating to him that he has this dark part in him, which he convinced himself he didn't. He convinced himself a long time ago that he was like, I'm better than most of these cops who have killed people. I can do better. I can be better. I was raised better. And then so one night, once again, she ends up calling him to come over again and watch TV. And she's like obviously falling asleep. He's like, okay, let's get you to bed. So he ends up, and she's like, can you just stay here? Super tropey. But she's like, please just stay with me. And so he ends up sitting on the edge of the bed, and she's like, just lay down. And so they're sleeping on opposite ends of the bed because she has like a king size bed because she tosses and turns. But like they're spaced away from each other, and they sleep like that for months. No physical touching, nothing romantic, no weird blushing, no weird like, oh my god, they don't change in front of each other. They have breakfast, they get coffee, and then go to work together. Like it doesn't feel romantic to them at that point. Like this feels okay. I feel safer knowing you're watching my back, because Rhodey got to her apartment in 15 minutes after she had gotten attacked. Like he broke several speeding laws and to get to her apartment. And so they just feel safe knowing that they're watching each other's back, right? And this, at one point, it like slowly progresses to them. Like this is like, I'd say like 2 months of them sleeping in bed together, not getting close, not like touching each other, but it slowly starts to progress past that. Like suddenly they're sharing coffee and people are noticing. Like Rhodey brews a cup of coffee, drinks it, hands it to Arashi without saying anything, and she drinks it. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So they're slowly starting to like be weirdly close with each other because they like suddenly Rhodey's
like
staying
domestic.
days and nights at her apartment, or she's staying days and nights at his apartments because they like switch between it. Oh, it's closer to get to your place. Oh, I left my toothbrush at your place. I might as well just stay over there, right? So that he gets ready in the morning. He showers at her place. She showers at his place. But it's not romantic. It feels like they're just like roommates, but there's a deeper connection there, right? And so they start to like get too touchy. Suddenly they're brushing past each other in the kitchen. At work, they touch each other's back or the back of their neck, or they like, they start getting a little more touchy, and it's not super flirty, but it's just enough to be like comfort, like, hey, I'm here. You don't have to worry kind of thing. More like a reassurance of anything. And so it develops this point where one day they're watching TV and Arashi starts to realize, she's like, have you ever noticed, that's what this comic is going to be about, because they're not sleeping together here. This is what I'm trying to explain about this comic. So we get to this point where they are now like, they cuddle on the couch, they watch TV together, they're basically living with each other. Like that's the whole point. And they're disconnect in their brain. I think that they are trying to push out the fact that this is romantic so bad. Like for us, obviously this is romantic. For them, they're trying to deny that it's romantic, because it's not romantic, but it is. It's more like comfort, if anything. And so she starts bringing up the point. She's like, have you ever noticed Eve and Lily, like the fact that they are into each other? And Rhodey's like, I don't notice that. I think you're seeing things. And Ash is like, no, it's there. Like they're in love with each other. And Rhodey's like, I think you're insane. Like I don't see any romantic connection. And she slips up and she goes, well, they're acting like us. And then he just kind of makes that face like, what are you talking about? And then that's when it starts to get awkward, and that's when they start sleeping closer together in the bed. That's when they like, and then it just comes obviously to this breaking point. And it's not a dramatic, I realize that anytime I write a Rhoda story, their realization for their love for each other is so dramatic and intense, and just like a sudden realization, right? Never the slow build up of them slowly falling in love through comfort. And I realized that was going to have to change with their dynamic, especially with the way the story was going. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so now it's like a slow buildup, and they kiss and it's like nothing. And it's not that they don't feel anything. It's not this sudden realization. They just kiss and they just kind of like get it out of the way. And then they continue on with their lives, and they just kind of, without saying it to each other, understand that they are together. You know what I mean? So they don't say anything. They don't be like, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend. They don't like tell each other, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend. Like it's just never like that. It just, they kiss and they come to an understanding, we're together. Like we are romantically involved now, and this is how it is. And and then we start to see this decline of their sanity as they both put themselves in danger, like for work, and that's what causes more arguments. That's what causes more like tension between them, and that's the dramatic part of the relationship. This idea that they're work partners, but they're constantly in danger. They are constantly, they're on this mission of that, like people are out to get them, and they are a danger to one another for all of this. Like, and it's just, it causes so much like grief. And that is their dramatic like relationship, rather than the buildup of their relationship, because they're not like as romantic until it gets to that point. So sorry, I've been wanting to tell that for so long.
You're so funny. I think it's cute. I think it's a like a little bit more interesting side of it, if that makes sense, of like romance and
Yeah.
stuff, because a lot of people, I mean, everyone loves the build up, right? That's the
Yeah.
point. It's nice, it's fluffy, but like we've talked about this before, like we hate seeing relationships build up just to be nothing. Like they lose their personalities, they lose everything about them. There's no like dynamic between them anymore. It's more interesting to see the results of a relationship than it
Yeah.
is to see like the ending, if that makes sense. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to watch. That's why I always have such a hard time watching romance, because it's like, okay, now everything's either super sunny and like nothing goes wrong with them after they just had like a million things go wrong that they were fighting for in order to be together, you
Yeah.
know? Or they lose themselves, they lose their personalities, or there's just like nothing. Like there's nothing afterwards. It's always, oh, they got married. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
There's
okay.
nothing else is happening. Yeah, exactly.
Or like they just have kids. Okay. What happened that led, like not what happened. We know the birds and the bees, but like
Yeah.
usually there's like the talk of like, we did this, or we wanted kids, or each person has an opinion, right, of a family,
Yeah.
or there's more to it than, yep, we decided to start a family. It's like, I don't
Like,
know.
damn. Okay.
There's something more interesting than that. Just, where is this shirt?
Yeah. I have to agree with that, honestly. We have talked about this. I just hate when they turn into nothing. It's just like you get so excited for it. You know what I mean? Like you get
Yeah.
excited, like you've been rooting for this the whole time, and then you're like, this is what you do? Like
Or
this
like,
is
yeah, like even in like a lot of action movies too, or like cyberpunk or futuristic, right? It's like, okay, they
Mhm.
get together, and then it's like they're fighting this intense war, and then suddenly they don't interact at all anymore. Like if they're quote
Yeah.
unquote trying to keep the different personalities, like keep the person unique, I guess, in like a mean way of saying it, because like you're still unique, you're still your own person when you're in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
It's just you tend to take over someone else's mannerisms because you're with them more often than not, right?
Yeah.
But I hate when they're like, okay, in order to keep this main character unique, I'm just gonna make their partner a background character. And when you see them, they'll do the passing romance, but they'll have a conversation like they're just two normal people that have met and they have nothing going on, you know? And it's
Yeah.
like they have nothing going on between each other anymore. But they're in a relationship now. It's like, wow, great writing.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. There was this one anime that I watched. I don't even remember the name because I hated it so much.
Mhm.
I did because I didn't hate it at first. They like did this really slow build up and they made everything super dramatic. What was this anime? It was fantasy. Um, and they did like this really slow build up and they were really good at like building their relationship before everything.
Mhm.
And then they fell so flat because they had this idea of like sending off the guy. What was this anime? Oh my god, this was like 6 years ago. And like they like sent off the guy and basically like made it about the girl even though the guy was the main character the whole time. And it was just it was so bad. And they like communicated through like letters or whatever. And I was like, okay, fuck this. Like this is like
Yeah.
completely ruined a perfectly good romance anime. Like there was no like need for it either. There was like no necessary reason to do that. And I couldn't even finish it. I had like 2 episodes left and I was like, no, fuck this. Like
Yeah,
you're gonna
that's
have
tough.
some dramatic reunion and then you're gonna end it rather than show and then taking the time to show their relationship through them being together. Like you decided they get together and then suddenly he leaves. Like
Yeah.
and then you find their relationship through letters. Like fuck that. Like I was so not happy. I can't remember what this anime was, but I was just so not happy with it. I hate when they do shit like that and they like cut out one of the characters. It's just like grr ow ow.
Grr, owa, owa. Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh, why do people keep texting me?
They keep texting me. Arr. I hate figuring out facial shapes. It's like, I think it's the hardest thing about like making a character is maintaining their same face shape. 'Cause, like, what is that? I'm staring at her for so long and it's hurting my brain.
I know now I'm thinking too much about drawing Yana. and it's not turning out the way I want to. I'm thinking too much. Thinking too much. Back to it. Let's see.
I like want to
She-
clean this up, but it's like too messy to keep the original, but it's like every time I keep fixing it, it gets worse.
Let's go. Let's see.
Asha, Asha. Hi, Cheerio. Good morning.
Chiro!
Turbo.
Chiro!
Where is this? Because it's annoying me. Oh, it's her shirt.
Let's see. I don't know if I want her eyes dark or not. That's fine. It's whatever. Okay, so I made basically everybody on Tomodachi Island.
That's so funny.
And there I was trying to get. So do you remember the blind guy that Yana falls in love with? Daniel.
No, I don't think you ever
I
told
didn't-
me about him.
I definitely did. So she had this romantic interest, like a romantic like partnership with this like her neighbor. His name was Daniel. He was blind.
Oh, her neighbor. Yeah.
And so he goes like they like don't like each other at first because they like she keeps bumping into him and he's like I'm fucking blind, bitch. Like I can't watch where I'm going. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And so he's really good at it, like really good at like this whole like sarcasm thing because she's so used to like men throwing themselves over her and doing whatever she wants. And here's this one guy who doesn't know what the hell she looks like and is like, you sound like a bitch. Like I can't even see you and I know you're a fucking bitch. And she's like, fuck you, blah 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 blah. So they like hate each other for a little bit. And then she realizes that she actually likes the fact that he can't see her because he's not immediately judging, like wanting to like fuck her. And she's like, actually. So anyways, so her romantic interest is this guy named like this blind guy named Daniel. And in Tomodachi Island, she falls in love with Warren, which is the guy who's in love with Arashi. Like the one that she my hero.
Yeah.
And so now like they're dating and getting married, and I was like, this actually kind of sounds like a better story.
That's so
but
funny.
I don't know if I'm putting Warren in the story again. I don't know if I'm going to do that
Don't
because
we
I
hate him.
he's the little Irish guy that she's like, haha, you're funny, and Rhodey's like, you're not that funny.
What's
You're
the
not
other
that funny."
guy that initially
Micah.
was? Oh, Micah, bro. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. He's the one who's like super sexist and racist and like,
Yeah,
which
that's
is so
what
funny.
I was thinking of. I was like, what do you mean she
Yeah.
likes it?
Yeah, it's like which is funny because like his best friend is a black goat guy,
Yeah.
and so he is literally so racist, and the guy's like, I don't even know what to do about this, and I'm like, I just wrote him to be a terrible person.
Yeah.
And that's just all he is. Like I actually gained inspiration from Bakugo, where he grew up in a nice family. He grew up in a Catholic like school. Like he was raised like, rich and to be kind, but he just ended up being such like a terrible person that like nothing changed. Like he's just like a sociopath and like he just doesn't care.
Mhm.
And he has a very powerful strain, so he's like, people are gonna need me, so you can't criticize me because I'm just so powerful. Like you can't do that. I hate that guy.
I hate that guy.
He's just a really bad Bakugo, if anything.
That's valid. He's
Okay.
silly. I don't miss him.
Bakugo?
No.
Micah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that his design was one of my favorite designs, but not his like character personality. Like I thought of all the worst characteristics without making him a villain. I think that was my point. Like I want to be a typical person who's on like the good side, who obviously is going to do his job and do the right thing for like people, like saving people, but he's just a terrible person. Like he's like, okay, what do I get out of it? He's more like a morally gray kind of person where he's like, I just don't care enough about these fuck ass people. Like I'm gonna do my because it gets me paid. So like I'm obviously going to sit there and save somebody if they need to be saved, but like I have no interest in being in jail and being a terrible person. I'm good enough to get what I want right. You know what I mean? Like the right
Yeah.
way. And so that's what like sucks about his character, that he's like a terrible person, but also not at the same time. He's like, why would I be a villain if I'm just so good I can be a good guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is once again the inspiration from like Bakugo, where I'm sitting there and he's like, and why would I be? I'm just good enough to like get whatever the fuck I want. You're like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
This caffeine is hitting me so hard. I haven't
I
had.
want more. I'm like not falling from it, but I usually have 2 energy drinks a day, and my body's like, where is the second one?
I was just saying, I bought 3. I might take another one.
Let's go, drugs.
Yeah, pretty much. I told you, I have a addictive personality.
What addictive personality?
I
feel like that's racially charged.
You're white.
You're white.
Oh my god, what was that movie? The guy goes, "That's racist, Anthony." He's like, "I'm black." I can't remember what was that movie. It was a parody of something.
Oh.
I can't remember.
My favorite.
You know what?
Dirk
You know what?
making fun of me for being Mexican.
What?
I'm like, I'm only a quarter. It doesn't count. He's like, yeah, well, you're Mexican. No, I'm not.
Like, that's not how that works, sweetheart.
That's not how it works.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
He'll pull the like your people, and I'm like, my people.
Your people. Honestly, I
don't even know my people. My fucking grandpa doesn't even want to associate with it. I don't think it counts.
I keep forgetting that you have Mexican in your life.
Everyone does, because it's only a fucking quarter.
That's actually so funny.
Well, it's funny because my dad is definitely Mexican. Like, he's definitely whitewashed Mexican, but like he acts okay, that sounds bad, but like he's grown up with Mexicans. He is Mexican.
Yeah.
He's a Mexican. None of his kids are. None of my family is. Like, if you saw his side, they're so whitewashed. Like, it's insane. It's definitely white passing, but I'm like, technically, yeah, sure, they're Mexican, but that doesn't mean they're Mexican, you know?
They're Mexican, they're not.
We don't have the culture. We have the skin color.
Well, it's like not speaking. It's basically Lo Sabo is the name for it.
I think the most we have of Mexican culture is the trauma and tamales. Dead ass. My papa will not talk about anything from his childhood, from where he grew up, like nothing. He just said, I'm a Marine, I'm American, I don't have culture. And I'm like, okay. And then every Christmas we make tamales.
That's my dad. Okay. Yeah, he like loves to deny the fact that he's Hispanic. Like, he's like, I'm American. And I'm like, girl, like, nobody's gonna deport you, okay? Like, we have several generations of Americans in our lineage. Like, they literally cannot. Like, I don't know why you think that this is. But I hate that. I hate when people like deny themselves. But I also get it because there's a lot of trauma going on. Like, around that time, there was a lot of like Mexican schools where they were taking children from Mexico, people who were like immigrating here, and stopping them from learning Spanish. That's what started this whole Lo Sabo thing, because those kids were forced to not speak Spanish, and they just grew up with that, and they never taught their kids Spanish so that their kids would not suffer some kind of like, it's just trauma, and I feel really bad about it whenever I think about it.
My thing is, it's very weird for me to acknowledge that too, because where we grew up, it was very like ghetto, very diverse and very ghetto. Like, it was, I don't want to say it's rare to find a white person, but it was more common. Yeah, like, I definitely went to a white school, but like, white school is like, again, the white passing, you know?
Yeah.
But we had so much of different cultures that it was so weird because like my town, like most of the restaurants were all Mexican. Like you go to Southern California for the Mexican food. Like it's good. I'm not saying it's the
Yeah.
greatest thing you'll have, but it's good. I haven't found any good Mexican food anywhere else. That's like again not from Mexico or like, you know. But also that's because we were close to the border too. So it was weird to see all of this culture and then like white passing like Mexicans or like blacks or Asians or you know, but we still celebrated their culture. Yeah, it was very whitewashed, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so we're being diverse and having all this culture, but somehow we're still finding the very like manipulative or manipulativized changed culture, I guess. I don't know. But it was weird because it's like, okay, so we grew up around this, right? And I'm not saying that type of thing, or not type of thing. We weren't ghetto because of the diversity, if that makes sense. We were ghetto because LA was paying our town to take in the bad people from the prisons, right? But it was like, okay, so we have all of this very diverse type of people, very diverse type of like high class and low class, right? It wasn't all white people are high class. More often than not, the Mexicans were the high class ones in my area. So it was weird to see them take over the town and take over the culture and take over like the theme, if that makes sense. Like you would go to my town for again the Mexican foods, the stylized things, the clothes, all of that, right? Just for my family not to have any culture. I was like, what do you mean? You're a whitewash and you want nothing to do with it, but we live in like a Mexican heavy town, you know?
Yeah.
So my dad grew up very like, not grew up, but like, I guess grew up. He kind of took on his own personality, right? He was like, I'm Mexican, I fit in with the Mexicans, I'm going to talk how the Mexicans do, I am Mexican, right? But he's half. But no one ever was like, you're half. They were just like, you're Mexican, right?
Yeah.
But because I don't have culture, I am not Mexican. You know? So weird. I have to say all of that just to prove why I'm not Mexican, right? Because it is so weird to have my dad be Mexican. And no one questioned that my dad is Mexican. Like, yeah, he's okay, like we said, he's very whitewashed. But he is Mexican. He identifies as Mexican. You know, all of this stuff. His kids are not Mexican. His kids are not Mexican. His family, his sisters do not act Mexican. They again want nothing to do with the culture. So it's very weird to be like, yeah, we have Mexican genetics, but that does not mean that we are Mexican. You know, my mom was more excited about the culture than his side of the family was.
That's crazy, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's also a teacher, you know, and she always grew up like wanting to know and wanting to teach and to learn.
Yeah.
So she was very excited about like, oh, like we could do all this for like holidays and we could celebrate this, and they're like, we don't do that. And she's like, hey, what do you mean you're Mexican? And they're like, no. So it's very odd to be like, yeah, I'm Mexican, but like I'm not a quarter, and even then a quarter doesn't count unless we had culture. Like then I would be like, okay, like that's fine, you celebrated your family, blah blah blah, like that doesn't matter. But like me saying I have a quarter does not mean shit.
I do sometimes I forget about that with your dad. I remember when I was meeting him, I talked to him about this. I was like, you remind me so much of my uncle, and now I remember why.
Because he's fucking Mexican. That's so funny.
Nom nom nom.
Or nom nom nom. I got my second energy drink, by the way. I might kill someone. Huh?
I'm gonna go grab mine, but I didn't go to bathroom first. So
me?
Yes, unfortunately.
Freaking bitches.
Yeah, I have to scroll through TikTok because I need to fix my addiction just for a second.
Okay. Good luck.
I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute.
All alone. Getting in September.
I'm also gonna deafen you. I want to be right now.
Hello, Hemi. Yeah, we said things. You're welcome. It's true, Hemi. Because why join and not say anything, you weirdo? It's like being in the cuck chair of the VC. What the hell? And people be doing things and socialize, Hemi. Lock in. Pretty sure.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Toby's in the Sorry, Dirk texted me. Hemi's in the cuck chair of the VC.
The what?
In the cuck chair? He said
What?
he's lurking, he's watching us. The cuck chair, you know how you sit and watch while people get
Yeah,
around?
no, what are we talking about?
Hemi's in the chat.
Yeah, I was like,
Sally.
Alright. That was funny. Hi, baby. No, I'm not gonna feed you yet. You have to wait till 6. Why? Why are you like Debbie like that? Don't do this to me. You're so
I will.
handsome.
Thank you. Oh, look
So
at him.
You
I
get
love
the
his little
baby.
heart tag.
Yeah, me too. I think it's funny because I keep it on there because I love that we used to think that he was a girl and then he randomly grew balls and I was like, you're a man.
You're a man. He's such a baby.
I know, he looks so tiny. He's a very small cat.
I love that he barely fits in that cat tree cup though. Like
I
he
have
fits,
tried-
but like he droops out.
He loves this thing. Like, he hates when I move it around, but I always move it to different places so that he gets different views of the windows.
Uh-huh.
But he loves it. He'll follow it around all the time. I have like 4 beds for him, and they are scattered around the house, and he lays in that one the most. Except for the one on, actually the second, I'd say the first one would be the one on the couch. But that's only because I sit on the couch a lot, so he sits with me. But he whenever I'm at my desk, he always sits on that thing. Like he loves
That's
it, and he lets
cute,
me curl
yeah.
up. in the ball. And he'd fit more if I could move the blanket, but he doesn't like me moving the blanket.
Mm.
He's very upset.
Very upset. Very,
Ve-
very.
Okay, what do we think about this? Should I have it so that she has short hair and then like really long pieces in the front, or should I have it so that she has like a lot of hair and she braids it in the front and then she has a long bit of hair in the back? Yes.
Those were things that you said, and I have no
Those
idea.
are things that you said. Do you remember her original design?
Yeah.
Should I keep like a variation of that? Should will be a simpler question.
Maybe. There's
'Cause
kind
it
of
was
something that I was looking at that I was thinking would be cool. Let me see if I can find it again. I don't know if I showed it to you.
just this way.
Oh, I think it was the cat lady I showed you, where you got her nose. I like how she has like the short pieces and then it's long in the front, but it's all just her hair. It's like pigtails, if that makes sense. I don't know if I like that.
Let's see. All right, give me a second. I'm about to crack open my energy drink.
She's cracking it open.
You ready, everybody? Oh, I was wondering why I was having so much trouble last time. It's because I broke my thumbnail off. And I was sitting there and I was like, why can't I open this? You ready, everybody? Listen. Yeah.
That did not come through.
I hate it here. Okay. Why is it so dark in here already? Oh, it's because it's raining outside.
It's raining.
It's raining. Let's see how long it's gonna rain for. Oh, it says it's just windy, which is a lie.
Ew. So much AI just popped up. What the freak?
I hate that.
Put fantasy cat creature human in Pinterest and it came up with the most AI.
You can turn it off. There's a let's say refine you. No, not that one. AI content. Turn it off. Why would you turn that one on? Interests. Boards. Following. Let's see. View profile.
It goes to refine your recommendations, I think.
Yeah, and then you have to click under
AI content.
Yeah, but there's something else. It like brought up social permissions and activity, blacklist, blah blah blah, privacy and data, activity, Pinterest. Oh, okay. There's another one. Go to privacy and data. It says Gen AI at the bottom, and it says use your data to train Pinterest Canvas. Do not do that.
Do not do that.
Do not come to my town. Ooh, oh wow, it just got rain really hard.
You said it's raining really hard?
Yeah, can you hear it?
Kind of.
It's like really loud. Damn. Watch, it's only gonna rain for a few seconds. Let's see. Oh, Shiloh loves when it rains outside. He likes to watch the window. It's so cute.
That's cute. Trio always begs to go for a walk when it starts raining, and I'm like, girl, I don't think so. He's silly. Oops, that's too much.
Okay, the 2nd to the 7th. Let me look at my.
Oops. Ah, I hate not being able to use my freaking navigation pane.
Sorry, give me a second. I'm texting back my group chat.
How dare you text someone other than me?
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Notifications, blah blah blah. Review your account.
You still looking at it?
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm trying to see what other AI stuff is on there so I can turn it off. So far, I've been able to avoid any AI that I have come across, which is really nice. Like, it doesn't pop up for me as much. Like, every once in a while, it goes through because I think that that Pinterest thinks it's real, like man-made.
Yeah.
But it's some of them slide through, but most of the time, I don't get AI on my Pinterest feed anymore. I don't like that they support AI, but I do like the fact that they have given this chance to be like, you can turn it off anytime you want.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so cute. She's just a baby.
She's just a baby.
Not you. I can't explain it. Reese looks so much more dynamic than they do, and I don't know how. Maybe it's just
I think it's just because his face is so soft. Like, they both are very chiseled. They don't not look dynamic, but they do look very, like, set into their skin, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I think I also built more, like, down here of him rather than anything. Let's see. I forgot to give him his horns. That's what I was going to do earlier. Hawkins, I don't know what you're doing, but cut it out.
Don't be mean to him. He's just a girl.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Nuh-uh. Yeah. It's all coming together. I still need to fix her face, I think. Quick, I don't want to redraw her pants. Okay, what actually needs to be fixed? What is this?
She looks so good. Ugh, I love the detail you put into clothes.
Don't be mean to me.
I'm not being mean. I've been genuine and loving it.
I think this pen does a really good job at it, though, because I feel like I've changed the way that I do my clothes, like that I used to do, if that makes sense. But I think this pen helps stylize it a lot more for what I've been trying to do.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about this pen. I feel like I literally use nothing else.
It's nice.
Well, my style's always been sketchy, and I think that it's just a very sketchy pen. This is what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Oh my god. Now I have to tell you part of my personal life because I didn't get to tell you this when we were on the phone, which is fine.
Let's go.
Don't care, people here. So, the other night, I had a really bad time at work, and I was just having a bad day. And
Reddit stories with Green. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? Actually, this isn't I am the asshole story.
Welcome to I am the asshole.
I am the asshole in this story. I I'm more of a like. Okay, let me explain this. Okay,
Sorry.
hi, I'm Green, and I am 24 years old.
You're 24.
Female.
I'm female.
I'm Green, 24 female.
No, you gotta say 24F.
Ran out with my friend
Oh.
Allie, 27 female.
Oh.
And we went to the bar after work because I felt like being in a busy bar space because I just want that sense of like whatever, right? So I told her, I was
Yeah.
like, I feel like going out tonight. Let's go get a couple drinks. And she's like, yeah, no, okay, let's do that. So we're like, we go and we drive because we work downtown. And I was like, okay, like it's like a 5-minute drive from here. So like let's just go, right? So we're driving and talking and I start mentioning, I was like, dude, like, I feel like I haven't gone out to the bar so long, but like, my thing is like, every time I go out, like, I do, this sounds so pretentious. It sounds really bad. I was like, I always find a guy who's like obsessed with me, just wants me to come home with him, like, wants me to
Yeah.
marry him. And I never know why. And I'm like, it makes me feel like an asshole because I'm like, you're cute, but not enough for me to just like go off and like be with you for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
never understand what their obsession is. And I was like, I doubt give me a second.
One.
Sorry, I'm reading a text.
Yeah.
So at some point I was like, dude, like watch, like it happens every time we go out, and she has experienced it once or twice. Like she has
Yeah.
seen it happen. And so I was like, it keeps happening. And I was like, I was like, I wouldn't mind if it happened tonight, but I'm kind of just like wanting us to have like a chill, like we just people watch at the bar kind of thing, right? So we were sitting outside and we're just talking for a couple hours. And we are at this big table, and there's other chairs on the side. And so these two guys come and sit at them. They're not trying to talk with us, but they're trying to give us our space. They're not trying to be like rude and like they're just asking about these abandoned drinks on the other side. We're like, no, like some people abandoned their drinks, they didn't finish them. We did not drink them, don't touch them, right? So we're like laughing or whatever, and they're kind of cute, and it's like, but we decided to go inside because it's like getting cold. So we're going past, and he's like, are you sure you don't want these? And I'm like, I'm not drinking those. Like, but you can have them if you want. We didn't roofie them. And he starts laughing. He thought that was hilarious. And he goes, and then I turned to him and I said, you know, because he does. I turned to him and I said, do you ever get the fact that you, like, do people ever tell you look like Mac Miller? And he just looks at me and goes, really? And I said, yes, like, you look exactly like Mac Miller. And he just looks at me, he's like, is that a good thing? And I said, yeah, Mac Miller's handsome. I was like, I thought he was handsome when he was alive. And he was like, well, thank you. That's like the first time I've ever heard that. And I said, yeah, like, you've got the facial feature for it's like the eyes and the eyebrows. And he just starts laughing. He's like, okay, thanks. And so like he's like, hey, like he tries to like get my attention afterwards, but like I was like, I have to go inside, like I'll like, you know, maybe we'll see each other again or whatever. We're sitting in the bar for a couple more minutes. I end up getting up to go to the bathroom, and I come back, and the same guy is talking to my friend at the bar. And so he's asking about me. He's asking where I am. And so she turns and sees me, and she points. And I was like, hey, like, this is my seat. And he goes, oh, yes, I was just keeping it warm for you. He pulls it out for me, lets me sit on it, and puts me, like pushes me back against the wall, right? So we start talking. And at first it seemed like in my head, I'm thinking, okay, he seems a little more interested in her than in me. And I don't have that problem with that. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, okay, like whatever. And then he makes a joke, and I turned to him and I said, I cannot believe you just said that. And he just looks at me and he's like, what? And then he starts backtracking. He's like, that's not what I meant. Not because you're a woman, but because of blah, blah, blah. So he's like,
Not because you're a woman.
Me and Allie are laughing our asses off. We just think it's funny. This guy's like stumbling over his words. He's trying to be cute. And he's like nervous. He's like, I'm not. And so he sits there, and I start giving him shit. I start hackling him, and then he starts laughing, and he's like, wow, like that's so funny, blah blah blah. And so we start talking, and it's cute, and we're like having this fun time. And suddenly he's like all over me, like not physically, but like he's just like asking me about my life. Like he has never seen Allie before in his life. Like he's like, he does not even exist anymore. And where I'm looking at her, like I gave her that face, like we just had this conversation. I don't know what's going on. And so the guy, so he ends up, he's like, can I get your number? And I was like, he's like, I'm only in town for a couple more days. I would love to take you out. And I'm like, yeah, no, I can do that. So I give him my number, and we're talking. Shiloh, get off the table.
He will not.
Get off the table. Go. Come on, get off. Thank you, but you dropped that. so he ends up like getting my number. We're talking, and I'm sitting at the bar, and he was like, I have to go back with my friend. And I was like, that's completely okay. Like, if we see each other again, then we'll see each other again. So me and Ali go back to our conversation. We start talking again. Shiloh, cut it out. He's tearing up my couch. Get out of here.
That's fine. What do you need a couch for?
He's to sit on. But he goes, he's sitting there, and he's sitting at the table behind us because that's where his friend was. And Allie's like, okay, I have to go to the bathroom now, right? So she ends up going to the bathroom. These two guys walk up to me and they start talking to me. And these guys are obviously in their 50s, like 40, 50-year-old. Not actually, but they're just definitely way older than they should be. Like a young girl. And so they start like trying to flirt with me. And this guy who is like so unconfident in himself, and it's not a bad thing, and it's not like this like, oh my god, like it just makes him so like ugly and icky or whatever. It's just more like you're at your grown age and you have obviously never talked to a woman, that or you're like freshly divorced, like you can smell a man. Like that's what he seemed like. I was like, you definitely either got really divorced or like your girlfriend of 10 years broke up with you, right? And so he's trying to hit on me. He's like, yeah, like, do you come, literally uses this exact wording. Do you come here often? Is this like a place that you hang out? And I just looked at him and I was like, oh my god, maybe you have never actually talked to another like woman ever. I'm just sitting there and I was like, yeah, no, I don't really come out very often, which is a lie. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't really come here very often. Like, I'm more of a homebody, blah, blah, blah. And so he's like, yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. And so he started talking to me, but Tommy, which is the guy who I was talking to, starts texting me, and he's like, hey, like, can I come over and stand like and like block those guys from you? I just started laughing, and the other guy's looking at me as I'm on my phone, and I'm trying to talk to him, but not really. And I feel really bad. I look like a cunt. Like I look like an cunt texting another guy while this guy's trying to flirt with me, right? But I'm also trying to let him know that I'm not interested. I'm like sitting there, like, I was just talking to this other guy, blah blah blah, and he's just not getting the message that I'm trying to let him down softly, right? And so his friend ends up looking for his wallet to pay for their drinks, and he can't find it because he realizes his jacket is gone, and they have to look for his jacket, right? And so he turns around, sees his friend walk off, and I said, you should probably go help your friend find his jacket so you guys can pay for your drinks. He's like, yeah, like he could find it. I said, no, it'd probably be better, you don't know if somebody's like trying to steal his jacket, he's got his wallet in it, you should probably help him. Like, he's like, he just looks at me and he's like fuck you, bitch, and is like, yeah, okay, like turns and walks away. Like, dude, I was trying to tell you this whole time that I was just talking to another guy that I actually kind of like liked talking to, so I don't know like why you're a little disappointed, right? And so he starts like, he's like, fine, like whatever. And so Tommy's still texting me, and I just start laughing, and I said, and I was like, he's like, I'm kind of like, should I like go over there? And I said, well, since you're already watching me, you might as well already be next to me, right? And he's just like, okay, well, now I have to back off because that seems creepy. And I said, you're literally sitting at the table behind me. I know that because your friend was sitting over there. So we're like kind of like bantering. Anyways, so night ends. He starts getting like we start getting like touchy and flirty again because he walks back up to us. And we're like talking, and it's fun. And so finally we like connect, and I was like, hey, like you can come and like see us at work, like because you're only gonna be here for a couple days, like you can come see us, we'll buy you like lunch or something, right? And so he comes to the restaurant the next day at the bar, and he has no confidence to say like compared to the night before. Okay, the night before he was sitting there, he's like, this is what he said to me. He was like, I just think you're so intriguing. Like, you are so interesting to talk to. Like I love your personality, and you are absolutely beautiful, but like you are so fun to talk to, and like I really want to talk to you more, blah blah blah. And so that's why he came. But he was like obviously drinking, so he had a little more confidence, but he was really shy. And I was like, okay, well, I get off of work tonight, like I like late, but like we can do something tonight if that's what you like. He's like, yes, I would love to take you out, like blah blah blah. So Allie invites us to a movie, and he wanted to go karting, but by the time I was gonna get out, the go karting place would have been closed. So I was like, well, we could go to this movie like with my friends. They actually kind of like you, like, or at least my friend Allie likes you. And so he's like, yeah, no, of course. And then guess what? Guess what happens? I'm supposed to get out at 9:00 or 9:30, okay? Because the restaurant closes at 9:30. 30 minutes before close, we get 6 tables. 6 tables. 4 tops, 5 tops, a 2 top, and another 2 top, and another 2 top. Okay, so I'm there until
Jesus.
10:20, a whole hour and a half later than I should have been there. And I told him. And here's the thing, though. Right before I was about to leave, I'm cleaning out the hot well, which is filled with a bunch of hot water. I'm trying to clean it off before I dump the water out. Hot boiling water splashes onto my arm, and
Oh.
it is painful, and it's like it feels like a sunburn on my arm.
Yeah.
It's not bad enough that I had to go to urgent care, but it was bad enough that I had to sit down for 30 minutes while they sprayed me with burn cream, or like not burn cream, the
Yeah.
burn spray, and I had to sit with my arm out for like 30 minutes, right? So I'm there for like a lot longer than I needed to be. And I texted him, I said, I tried calling him, and he didn't answer, and so I left a voicemail. I was like, hey, like, I just want you to know, like, I'm not trying to flake on you. I promise you this. Like, I will reschedule for tomorrow. I'm being so serious. I really wanted to go out tonight, but I just got like really badly burned. And I told you I was gonna be out by 9, but now I'm not gonna be out till 10:30. Like, I'm so sorry. I know this sounds so flaky. I sound like a flaky idiot. Like, I really apologize. And then I ended it there or whatever. He texted me back. He's like, hey, sorry, I was in the shower. This makes me feel so bad. That means like he was showering to get ready for the date. And I was like, oh my God. And I was so upset, dude. I was so upset. And I was like, okay, like that sucks so bad. And I was like, I also in the voicemail, I was like, I just want you to know that if I'm not responding, it's not because I don't want to talk to you or that I'm ghosting you. I was like, I am just so exhausted and dirty and covered in dirty water right now. Like, you would be disgusted to look at me. Like, what? And so, I didn't respond to him because he texted me back. Because my do not disturb turns on at 10, so I don't get any text. And so I got home, like I got home at like 11, almost 11 o'clock, and I immediately just go to bed. Like, I'm just so tired and upset and exhausted because I was really excited about this date because I actually really like this guy. And I texted him the next morning. I was like, hey, like, I'm so sorry about last night. Like, I wasn't trying to flake on you. And this man had been sending me paragraphs, okay, like talking about like what he wanted to do, like over me, and like asking questions or whatever. His reply is, it's fine.
Aww.
He does not say anything else. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I fucked this up so badly. And I was telling my friend, my coworker, about it, and she goes, oh my God, like just text him tonight and say, hey, like, I'm available tonight if you want to go out, right? I stayed 4 hours later than I should have yesterday at work. I'm sitting there and I didn't leave till 8. I was supposed to leave at 4. So I didn't get home until like 8:30, and it got really bad, and I was so upset. And I texted him that like at 4 o'clock when I thought I was supposed to leave. I was like, hey, I should be getting off soon. He doesn't respond to me until this morning when he says, it was really nice meeting you.
Aww.
I said, I fucked this up so badly. Like, I could have made the effort to go to Emma's apartment and take a shower and get dressed and still spend time with him. Find something to do for even just a couple of hours. And I was just so like, whoa, kick flip him, get him. Shiloh is like parkouring around the
So
Hawkins. Cut it out.
These eyes are
Yeah.
not working out.
Yeah, but that was it. And here's the thing, when I texted that to him, he read it immediately, started typing for like 2 minutes, and then didn't send anything.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I mean, it kind of sounds like no, you're not the asshole. I think you communicated. I think he was only there temporarily. I think he just decided it wasn't worth his effort.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't think it's on either of you too. I think he probably did have a great time with you, but it definitely wasn't something obviously that was gonna
last.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's just like I feel like this happens so often where something comes up where either one of us or both of us have to cancel like the day. Like, I meet guys and then we'll be like, yeah, we'll like set something up, and then like he'll cancel or I'll cancel, and it's just like it's like a constant loop of like, and it's not even like, oh, this guy's obviously lying. they'll even like I'll have guys like send photos, be like, I swear to God, I'm not lying to you, and I'm like, I understand, and then it just nothing ever comes of it ever again. So
Right.
it's disappointing because this time I actually really like this guy,
Yeah.
and I'm not like I always find I'm like I try to give when something like that happens, and I feel like they're cool and I can talk to them and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give this a chance because I'm not gonna sit here and deny somebody just in case like I just
It's
I'm not
not.
getting
Yeah.
enough, yeah, not getting enough of their personality, not getting enough of who they are, and not understanding who they are. So I'm not gonna like immediately deny them unless they're being creepy up front. Then I'm like, get
Right.
out. But like I feel like that always happens, and this was like a very rare time where I actually liked the guy. Like I genuinely like off the bat thought he was hilarious. He was kind and respectful, and he was like he before we left he grabbed my hand and he like kissed my knuckles and he was like until we see each other again, and he's like I know I'm like a little tipsy but like you're just so beautiful and I want you to know that and I cannot wait for tomorrow. Like he and I was sitting there and I was like oh my god, first of all you're like fantasy swinging it right now, okay, calm down.
Calm
But
down.
he was just genuinely so he was so genuine about it. Like
Yeah.
you could tell he was not putting on a show. You can always like smell it off guys when they're putting off this like big macho.
Yeah.
But he was like genuinely like giving like positive emotion and like vulnerable emotion. And I appreciated that because that doesn't happen very often with men. Like I like go out and talk to them and I'm like, oh my god, you have no idea how to be vulnerable to a woman, and all you're trying to think is if I look tough enough, she'll want to fuck me. Like, but he was so genuine about it, and he's like, I don't even want like a kiss. Like I like am okay with just like being around and hanging around with you tomorrow. Like he's like, I don't expect anything from you. I'm not expecting you to come back to my hotel with me. I'm not expecting you to fool around, mess around. He's like, I don't even want any of that from you. Like I just want to hang out with you, get to know you. And so I was like, oh my god, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It just felt like a really missed connection. And I know that sounds so stupid. I just never feel like that with most people. Like
No,
anytime
yeah.
I never feel like it's like, oh, this was a misconnection. I'm like, oh, it was probably for the better. But like this felt like it could have been
Missed
something.
opportunity, yeah.
Yeah, if we had put in that effort and like actually gotten to know each other, that it would have been fine. Like we would have been okay. But it just kind of sucks because that keeps happening, and so I don't know. It's like one downside is that he was a military man, and you know how I feel about that.
Yeah, frick those. No, I get it. It's really hard
Yeah.
not to find a military man.
Especially here, especially in this fuck ass town, man. Like they are everywhere. We have like 3 Air Force bases.
Yeah, it's funny.
It is not great, but like even he was on vacation here. He wasn't even like a military guy
Yeah.
here. He's on vacation here. He's a military guy. They always just gravitate towards me. They're like, "You ever been with a military man?" And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to be go away.
Go away.
Yeah, go away. But like, I don't know. I just wanted to share that because I'm just like so disappointed, and
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that was
that
also another thing that
sucks.
like set me off. Like putting in my 2 weeks like yesterday because I was like, I keep putting my life on pause for work. Like
Mhm.
this has happened multiple times, like where I've had to cancel because of work. I had a date on Valentine's Day, and I had to cancel, and the guy also did not text me back after I canceled on him. Like
Yeah.
it just like I was like, this is a curse for my love life, and I cannot be here any longer. Which makes me feel really dramatic, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it couldn't be
Yeah.
me though. I'm happy.
I know, fuck you. God damn it.
Must be tough being.
Tough being single. Yeah, it is. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
It's fine. Honestly, I don't think I'm in a position to date anybody seriously right now because
How dare
I'm
you
trying
honestly try to date someone when you have me though? Like what the flick?
to. You're so right. I don't know. Actually, don't know what I'm thinking. But I'm like trying to get my bachelor's and trying to go back to school. Like I don't think that I have time for a man, especially when you start dating somebody brand new and they want you to spend all their time with you or like all your time with them and you don't want to because you have school and they're like, okay, so you hate me.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, fuck.
Fuck.
Not gonna do it.
No, I get that. That's always tough. I mean, sometimes it's nice just to have that person there with you, you know, while you go through things and to just share your experiences with. But I mean, you're definitely not wrong. It's very hard to find someone with that mentality.
Of like,
Um,
hey, like they have a life that they're trying to build for themselves, and I should support them.
yeah, it's like, okay, I don't know. That's how it was with the guy that I dated in college. Like, he got upset that I wanted to go to the library and study, and I was like, I see you every single freaking day, dude. It's finals. What the freak are you on?
Is this who I think it is?
I don't know.
Uh, Starts with an R.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. No, 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 not that one.
You
Uh,
said nah, no.
no, not that one.
Let's see.
I think I'm gonna take a pause in the stream, but I do want to keep streaming.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we pause.